What's up, guys? We are finally back. Welcome to another episode of our show For the Love of the Game. Of course, ako si Ken Pangilinan, kasama ang aking co-host si Dino Lee. And sobrang salamat for tuning in for this very first episode ng 2021. And Dino, I have to ask you quickly, kamusta ka naman? Bagong episode for this year.
Bagong episode, bagong gupit. Nagpagupit lang
Oh,
ako. Nagpagupit lang ako, di ba? Bagong taon, bagong episode, bagong gupit. And may bagong host tayo, of course, that we're gonna introduce sa mga nag-tune in sa atin tonight. And of course, to our FTLOTG family. Sa'yo
yan
ba,
na
Ken?
nga.
May bago ba sa'yo? May bago ba sa'yo? Siyempre, pumasok ka ng New Year ng kasal ka na, di ba? Before, single ka.
Actually,
For the
tama,
past.
tama.
Tama. Galing ko talaga dun. Sinagot ko na yung tanong mo.
Kaya nga eh. Ang galing. Ayan. So, nakikita nyo on screen, episode 26 na po tayo. Of course, maraming salamat sa mga nag-tune in since day 1. Lalo na kila Arsenic Salangsang, Gab Ferreras, John Maverick Cheng. Of course, grabe. Yung supporta nyo hanggang tumawid na yung bagong taon nandito pa rin. So, ayun. For those of you guys who are watching live on Facebook and on YouTube, maraming salamat din. Of course, umuulan ngayon. Siyempre, pandemic pa din. But thank you for sticking around. And ayun, before we dig in, Dino, acknowledge lang natin yung ating mga previous guests who are currently busy. So, unahin ko na si Coach Sandy Respacochaga who's newly appointed, hindi bago once again, appointed as the assistant coach of Gilas Pilipinas. Of course, they will be participating sa FIBA bubble na gaganapin sa Clark. So, that's something to look forward to. And of course, si Jamie Lim, who's gunning for an Olympic slot sa karate. Kasi yung karate is first time na magiging sport sa Olympics. So, ayan, nasa bubble na siya sa Inspire Academy in Calamba, Laguna. So, best of luck, Jamie, if you're watching. And ayun, so Dino, gaya na nga na nabanggit mo kanina, dati, dalawa lang tayo. Ngayon, we have a new co-host. So, etong bagong co-host namin, ano lang naman, ilang beses lang niya na-meet si Kobe Bryant in person. Personally, And she's been playing since 10 years old ng basketball. And of course, she was featured on the cover of Slam Magazine PH. And ayun, ito ilang beses na na-motivate as a speaker ng mga various organizations. So, ayun, before we introduce her, mayroon kami hinandang teaser para sa kanya. So, watch this.
No, she let the ball go and it's in the air. I was like, oh, niggas doing it.
The One-Armed Mamba out.
Guys, please welcome our former basher, now our newest co-host of For the Love of the Game, the one and only, the One-Armed Mamba, Miss Kat Tan.
Hi guys. Grabe naman basher. Supporter ako, supporter.
Ayun.
Yeah. Hi
Ayan,
guys. Hi everyone. Hello, good evening.
Ayan,
Kat.
welcome Kat. Welcome Kat to the show, and of course it's an honor and a privilege to have you here. Kumusta ka naman? And may masasabi ka ba? And of course, batiin nyo naman yung mga viewers natin ngayon.
Yeah, well, I'm doing good. Actually, I've been doing well. Sobrang excited ako. Actually, ang dami yung journey ko dito sa For the Love of the Game. Ang dami akong pinagdaanan sa inyo. First, 'di ba, I became a speaker to you guys, to the team. And then I became a follower, top fan. Hindi ako basher, okay? Hindi ako basher. Top fan. And now I'm one of the hosts, and sobrang thankful ako, especially to you guys, to the whole dream team. I have to thank talaga, sobrang sobrang thank you for welcoming me to the team. So yeah, sobrang excited. I'm so hyped up na to be a part of such a great team. So yeah.
Yun. Ken, Ken, syempre nag-aantay din yung guest natin. Kilala natin i-hype up yung episode.
Oo naman.
But of course,
Yeah.
exciting for tonight's episode, di ba guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for eto gagawin ko na yung ano ko para
Yung bite mo, yung bite mo.
for my first duty as a new host. So yeah, to all our viewers, our followers and subscribers, we encourage you to like and share this episode because for sure, madami tayong matututunan sa guests natin tonight. Especially na siya yung first guest natin for this year, 2021. So yeah, and to those who just tuned in, and it's not too late. It's not too late. We encourage you to like, follow, and subscribe to our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's at For the Love of the Game PH, and we are also on Twitter. It's at FTLOTGPH. Okay? Okay ba, guys?
Yun.
Okay.
Okay. Nasundan yung script natin, Ken. Yun nasundan yung pag-usapan natin.
Ayan.
Yeah.
Since in-invite na kayo ni Kat na i-like and share yung mga social media platforms namin, eto na nga, mayroon kaming special guest for tonight. Maya-maya, matutunghayan nyo na siya. So, yun. So, kung kayo excited para dito sa ating special guest, kung meron kayong mga shoutout, comments, questions, please, share nyo lang. Libre ang comment section para dyan. Type in nyo lang, what are you excited about? And yun nga, yung words of your appreciation, adoration for our guest, makikita niya yan, ma-appreciate niya yan. At ito nga naman one of the most accomplished athletes here in the Philippines. So, ayan, yung outpour of love and appreciation para sa kanya ibigay nyo na. Kasi ito, ngayong gabi, matutunghayan niya. So, Dino.
Yeah, of course, marami nang nagko-comment dito no, na nagpapa-shoutout na sa guest natin for tonight. Actually, may clue na doon, di pa namin binabanggit, pero binanggit na yung pangalan niya dito sa comment section below. So, keep pouring your comments, your parang mga gusto yung masabihin sa amin, keep pouring it in sa comment section below. But before all of that, of course, for those that have tuned in for the first time, alam naman nila, no, yung mga nag-tune in na before, alam na nila yung normally sinasabi ko dito, but our mission is really to inspire possibilities from real-life sports stories. And yun nga, yung mga ini-invite namin na guest dito, very inspiring yung real-life sports story nila. And I hope, bukod sa akin na na-inspire ako sa story nila, I hope you guys will be inspired. It can inspire possibilities for all of you, hindi lang dito sa amin, para sa inyo din. And hope you can learn so many things and you can apply it in your life. So, yun yung mission namin is, again, to inspire possibilities from real-life sports stories. And again, if you like our mission, you like what we do, please like and share this episode. Kakasabi nga ni Ken kanila and ni Kat, please do so. Help support us on our mission to spread the love for the game. And I'm, of course, gustong-gusto nila makita yung mga viewers na. I'm sure you guys are excited to see our guest for tonight, our very, very special guest kasi multi-medalist to na athlete, no, na maraming umiidolo dito. But before all of that, syempre meron tayong rules of engagement dito sa For the Love of the Game. Para, madagdagan yung pag-spread ng love for the game. Number one, of course, is to appreciate our guest for tonight kasi hindi naman biro yung sport netong guest natin for tonight. Hindi naman biro yung pagkakuha niya sa mga accomplishment niya, achievements niya. And I think and sa pagbigay niya ng time, alam ko galing din siya sa training, galing siya sa errands niya, and he chose to spend 1.5 hour of his time dito sa atin. So I think one of the ways we can i-reciprocate yun is to appreciate our guests, di ba? So sa comment section, please do appreciate our guests. And of course, second of all, malalim po tong guest natin, yung depth of our conversation. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be deep. So if meron kang mapulot doon sa mga sinabi niya, please share your learnings or ano yung mga takeaways mo so that we can tackle it on during the episode itself with our very special guest. Masya-shoutout ka din doon. So, ayaw mo nun, mag-comment ka na shoutout ka pa. Okay? And last but not the least, of course, is to ask questions. This is actually a perfect opportunity. I think this is the first time no magigest tayo ng triathlete and someone that's involved in pioneering the next generation of Philippine sports, working with the Philippine Olympic Committee. So this is actually a perfect opportunity to ask questions dito sa guest natin and parang ma-apply nyo agad for 2021. Bagong taon, bagong learnings, bagong application agad. So yan guys, please do engage with us. I know meron na kaming 3 hosts dito. Dati 2 lang, 3 na. So, you're still part of our conversation. You're still part of our community. So, please do engage with us for tonight. And I'm excited to read more about your comments and your questions later on.
Ayan. So, alam mo, Dino, excited ako na makasama itong guest natin. Kasi nga, nakita ko sa Instagram, binanggit ko sa kanya, yung 24-kilometer PH ng Tagaytay, minamani lang niya. Grabe elevation yun. If you're biking, grabe, ibang klase yun. Ako nga, sa patag lang, 19 kilometers, masaya na ako eh. So, but apart from that, on all seriousness, I really wanna focus more on the journey of this person kasi, grabe, nanalo na siya ng pagkarami-raming medalya, accolades, but parang meron pa siyang newfound purpose why he's doing what he does. So ikaw, Kat, why are you excited?
Definitely, his journey, gaya nga ng sabi ninyo, like, yun, parang for him to tackle 3 sports, you know, it's hard yung being an athlete also. Isang sport, hirap na ako kumbaga sa training, hirap ka na nga eh, 'di ba? Parang may times na you wanna give up, but for him, for him to focus on 3 sports. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to hear his story, his journey. So yun, hindi biro yung mga pinagdaanan niya. So I'm really excited to hear about that.
Ayan. So guys, wag na nating patagalin pa. Let's introduce our special guest for tonight. So, he's a recent champion of the Ironman 70.3 Asian Elite back in 2019. He's a 2-time gold medalist in the Southeast Asian Games back in 2015 and 2017, a 3-time national triathlon champion in 2021, 2022, and 2024, and is the current chairman of the POC Athletes Commission rather. So before we bring him in, please watch this trailer.
Sinubukan ko sumali sa varsity ng basketball sa aking grade school. Nung second year, nung kusan ako naging varsity ng badminton, na-enjoy ko siya sa buong taon, pero nagka-realization ako na hindi rin ito para sa akin, katulad ng basketball.
So, 6 years later, I had that dream just by consistently training as a swimmer. Then I joined the fun run. And now, I'm living the dream.
Guys, please welcome our special guest for tonight, the very first Filipino triathlete to win a gold medal in the Southeast Asian Games, Mr. Nikko Huelgas.
Hi guys, good evening.
Hi Nikko. Pleasure to have you here. Kamusta naman?
Okay naman. Kayo, kumusta kayo?
We're good. Ito, medyo rusty kasi kakabalik. Tas buti lang nakuha ni Kat yung script. So medyo okay na.
may sarili akong script. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so Nikko, actually, ang dami na nagko-comment, no? So, before we read them, so...
Oo, actually marami na. So, Ken, baka you wanna take us through. Oh, you wanna take us through dun sa mga comments, Ken, or Kat, yeah.
Shout out kay teammate ko.
Oh,
yeah, she actually
He's our SEA Games gold medalist in 2019.
Yan.
Oh.
So, yan. So, actually, si Gab Ferreras, who's one of our avid tuners, so sabi niya, hi Sir Nikko, Gab here. Been waiting for this since I followed your triathlon career and yung duties as POC Athletes Commission Head. Shout out din kay Maria Claire Adorna na friend ko rin sa Facebook. Ayan.
Shoutout Gaba, thanks for supporting us sa Athletes Commission. It means a lot. Sobra.
Yun. Perfect.
And ayan, may nagpapa-shoutout Miguel Vergara. So, pa-shoutout daw, Kuya.
Miguel, shoutout. Oy, thank you La Union. Kabay kayo sa La Union si Miguel.
Yun.
Kasi sobrang I love La Union, guys. Seryoso. I fell in love with the province. And if I had to build another life, doon ako lilipat. Ganong level.
What made you love La Union? Just out of lang.
Una sa lahat, yung nature. A lot of people don't know na ang sarap mag-bike doon. Ako nalaman during COVID time na ang ganda pala mag-bike dito. Kasi di ba, yun yung misconception kapag La Union, surfing lang.
Correct.
So,
Beach surfing, yes.
Yes, ang daming untapped resources there. May trails daw sa biking na hindi ko pa nga nagagalaw Hindi ko pa nasubukan Pero the cycling community alone there sa La Union, sobrang friendly nila at malalakas sa mga athletes.
Right.
Kasi kalahati doon mga surfers. So, kapag
sanay na sa swimming.
Makes sense.
Kaya parang iba na sumasabay sa amin ng 25 kph, naka-fixie lang. Ganun sila kalakas.
Grabe.
19 kph, di ba, yung pace mo?
Wala.
25 kph, wala lang. Para sa isang naka-fixie. Ganun yung level ng La Union people.
Yun, grabe. So guys, yan di lang pala pwede mag-beach sa La Union, pwede rin mag-training, di ba? So,
matinding training siguro kailangan kong gawin para ma-bike. Grabe.
Pag sa La Union, lalakas ka.
Pero Nico, I think may mga requirements lang, di ba? If I'm not mistaken, there are certain requirements that you have to fulfill para you can go to La Union.
Same na naman sa Baguio and every other province. Same lang.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, again, meron pa dito, I don't know if kilala ni Nico, si Ting Hoson.
Wait, si Mami Ting Hoson. Siya yung nanay ng triathlon community. Shoutout, Ma'am.
Oh, wow.
Hello po, Ma'am.
Growing up as an athlete in the triathlon community.
Okay.
Salamat ko dyan.
So, hi, the mommy of Philippine Triathlon, di ba? Si Ting Hoson. Yan.
Thank you for tuning in. Yeah.
They organize yung mga triathlon events in the Philippines, yung biking. So, yung mga United Series on triathlon, sila Ting Hoson nag-organize yan. And I'm a fan of the event.
Wow. That's good. Yeah. And of course, Ken, Kat, Nico, we just wanna, shout out very familiar people dito sa show namin who's been supporting us, who's been tuning in with us since the early days, since last year. Of course, gusto rin namin ma-shoutout mo sila para because we wanna appreciate all of them. Of course, Arsenic Salangsang, since episode 210, we're now at episode 26, so 25 episodes na yan. Nanonood, di siya nagmi-miss ng live episodes natin. Nag-hi na rin sa'yo, Kat.
Oo nga thank you. Ang dami nga rin ako nababasa mga nag-shoutout for me. Thank you guys. Thank you for welcoming me and tuning in here. Yeah. Yun.
Yeah, and of course, someone that's tuning in that's new, si David De Padua. Hello, David. Thank you for tuning in.
David De Padua.
David.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Medyo barok Medyo barok yung English natin.
Mga true friend, mga true supporters yan.
Yeah.
Mga friend.
Dami lang.
Tropa.
Si Jean Maverick Cheng since episode 4. Hi Jean, thank you for tuning in. Since the episode ng kasama ni Nico sa POC Athletes Commission, yung episode ni Heidi, it was episode 4. So thank you Jean for tuning in. Baka shoutout mo din, Nico, if ever.
Shoutout, sige. Sa lahat ng triathlon athletes, cycling community, sa running, sa swimming, pare-parehas kayong tatlong communities, parang family namin kayo.
Ayan.
Very perks and 3 sports, tatlo rin community ang mga
Yan. Thanks,
Dami
Nico.
ring fans. Yan.
Actually,
dami supporters.
Di ko in-expect kakabalik lang natin pero sobrang warm nung pag-welcome sa atin. Of course, our teammates, si Christian Jod Cristobal, Virgilio Montalvo from Davao, Christian Dave Marquez also from Davao, si Cathy, of course, kasama natin yan, behind the scenes, working, supporting us. Grabe, teka lang, medyo nararamihan na ako. Of course, I forgot, no? Sorry, itong tao na to na nag-comment dito is the reason why our guest is here tonight with us.
Yeah.
She actually helped connect with Nikko. So, a fellow Lasallian of ours, no? Ang saya nga ng episode ngayon, sobrang saya ko kasi before, puro Ateneo yung pumapalibot sa atin. Ngayon, syempre, from kapitbahay natin yan sa CSB, si Ken,
Tapat ako
blackmate
sa
ko yan. Nico, 1 year lower lang. Nakasiray si Coach Tiano. So, thank you guys. Nico, baka gusto mong batiin yung fellow green tanker mo.
Wag na.
Wala na, nagkalimutan na ba kayo? Nagkalimutan na?
Wag yan. Kalimutan yan.
Yan, kalimutan na to.
Good to hear from you, naman. Can't say no to Rai. She's a really good person.
Yun. Thank you, of course. Thank you, Ra, for always supporting us. For getting us guests, no? Si Heidi, si Nico, yan. Tinulungan tayo dyan. And of course, may nagpaparamdam, Mushu Fran. Continue to raise our flag, Nico.
Thank you. I like your dog. Thank you, Mushu.
Kilala nyo ba to? Nico? Kilala mo ba to si Mushu?
Ay, hindi.
Hindi. Baka gusto, if ever, kung you've met Nico, magpakilala ka na lang din kung sa kayo nagkakilala para at least, di ba? Yeah. Maalala lang ni Nico kasi syempre, dami niyang kakumpit saka nanonood sa kanya, so hindi rin niya maalala lahat. And of course, from Pompeo Castro. Hi Sir Nico, fan niyo po ako sir. Haha, sumali na po ako sa isang beses sa sprint triathlon. Dream ko po makapag long distance triathlon. Makakatulong po ito. Salamat sir.
Yeah.
Nice one. Tuloy-tuloy lang yung training for me. Parang if you can do it once, you can do it easier. Kasi the first cut is the deepest And always crucial dyan is spend more time with people who are better than you.
Yeah.
Matikal. Inevitable lalakas ka.
Correct. Surround
That's up
yourself
to the challenge yun eh. Oo eh.
Diba? Be the least smartest person in the room. Diba?
Yeah.
Correct. Kaya pala siya naglaon yun kasi yung swimming, di ba? Malalakas lumawan yung mga yung mga surfers doon, di ba? To elevate his game. Galing.
Grabe yung open water swimming doon, grabe.
Yeah. So actually, ma-share ko lang din since Nico has been promoting yung tatlong sports. Well, I'll be focusing sa cycling since I've tried it lang recently. So iba yung feeling eh. Like yun nga, like you mentioned, surrounding yourself with yung higher level na So yung mga 50 kilometers na hindi ko akalain makonquer ko, like, di ba? Like yung mga high elevation na kailangan puntahan, ganun. I think that's something na came out positive sa pandemic. So, yun lang, just to share lang. So,
Amen.
Yeah.
Buti na nga lang, to be honest. Parang that was one of the best things that happened during the pandemic. Yung people discovered a new type of hobby na healthy. Kasi cycling, for those of you that don't know, it's the new golf for us millennials. You get to bike and negotiate millions of pesos while biking. Doon nag-aaral, di ba? But the people that you're talking to are riding 300,000 worths of bikes, di ba?
Yeah.
Yan yung presyo ng bisikleta nila. Yun yung difference. Iba 10,000, iba 300,000.
Grabe.
It's a good, it saved people's lives because of the mental aspect of it. Parang, di ba, you get to feel, di ba, Ken? That when you bike, it makes you happy. It makes you get away from the stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yun lang naman. The fund up, di ba? Di ba, Kat? Parang the fund
I actually was, I tried biking before. Actually, for, pag yung mga hindi aware, I only have one arm. So, before I had an accident, nagbabike na ako. And then, even after the accident, I also tried biking. So, nagagawa ko siya. And then I stopped. Tapos nitong pandemic, I bought a bike. And then I tried cycling din. So, sobrang ganda rin nung pandemic sa akin. Kasi I discovered na, kaya ko pa rin pala. So, yeah, cycling is really a good stress reliever then from all the things that's been happening around us. So, yeah.
Grabe.
Welcome to cycling.
Yeah.
Grabe. Actually, nagulat ako. Nagulat
Pero-
ako ngayon, walang nalaman na may 300,000 pala na bike. Grabe
Oh,
naman.
yeah.
Oo.
Grabe. Grabe yung mga ano niyan, mga pag-build nung mga bike na ano, grabe talaga.
Grabe. Parang kotse na rin pala ang presyohan, no?
Iba. Eh syempre pag elite, pag nasa elite level ka, kailangan medyo ano ka, upgraded ka na.
Yan.
Yeah, it's like a Formula 1 car eh. Kailangan the best of the best di ba?
Yeah, oo.
Kasi speed,
Correct.
wala pa rin yan eh. Milliseconds.
Right. And of course, meron pa dito bumabate, no? Before we proceed further sa main discussion natin, of course, ito si James Aquino. Hi, Nikko Huelgas, watching from Parañaque.
Oy, hi James.
Yan,
Para
yan,
niya
yan.
ako. Bahay tayo. Tapos pinyas ako.
Yun.
Yes. Go
Eh,
South.
Hindi pa tayo masyado nagkakasimula pa lang natin. May nag-i-invite na kay Nico mag-bike dito sa ano. Hi, sir. Sir, if pwede na, visit din kayo sa Buda.
Wow.
Bukidnon, Davao Road. Ayan.
Actually, I mean, marami nag-invite eh, mag-bike, to different locations. We want to.
Oo, legit to. Ganda ng hangin dito.
Davao. Yeah.
Ayan.
We're talking about La Union o sa Davao?
Ay, to. Yung Buda Bukidnon, Davao Road. Kasi parehas ng mga taga Davao eh.
Okay. Then one of these days, grabe yan. Dream ko mabike yung buong area, different areas in the Philippines.
Right.
Yeah. So, Nico, you've mentioned naman yung newfound love ng mga tao when it comes to cycling dahil nga sa pandemic. But for you personally, aside from yun nga doing sports related, in your case 10 months na tayo sa pandemic eh. It's been ang tagal na, like yung mga tao medyo nasanay na. But for you personally, like what's your discovery about yourself during this pandemic?
A tough question, well, una sa lahat, I've never been this long from home ever since 2008, since I left the family. 2008, I went to college and kumuha ko ng apartment sa college ko sa Lasal. And I never stayed longer than 3 weeks sa bahay ever since. Kasi comfort zone eh.
Right.
Alam mo, di ka lalakas kapag tumatagal ka sa comfort zone mo, di ba?
Yeah.
Right.
And it was very logical for me to decide, di ba, to leave or to stay. And going back, what I discovered was, napaka-importante ang family. I left them kasi parang I know, parang if I stayed nga, hindi ko lalakas, pero you forget to appreciate what they can do for you, family.
Right.
So, natuto na akong maghintay sa kainan. Kunyari, sit down for lunch, di ba? Before you start eating your food, kailangan everybody sits down for lunch. Hindi pwedeng, pag dumating ni lunch, kain ka na agad. Hindi pwede, di ba? It's unethical. Medyo nasanay ako na minsan, pag dumating ni food, kain na agad. Got used to eating alone eh. And
Tama.
kailangan ko na hintayin dumating yung kapatid ko, Nikko, gano'n, gusto ko. Kasama yung aso kumain eh. But yeah, it's these little things that you don't notice before kasi you were busy chasing your dreams or your other things in life. You suddenly realize that, pucha, importante pala to. Ayun. And sometimes, mga ganong wake-up call and you just need to stop, go back to your home and to realize these things.
Correct.
So, that's the main thing. Second thing, I've never been this long in not jumping into the swimming pool.
Wala pa? As in, hindi ka pa nakaka-swimming sa ano?
Hindi talaga. May mga open na swimming pools right now. May mga, pero it would be useless for you to train, jump in, then jump out. Kasi if you're gonna jump in, you really have to commit every day, 6 times a week for swimming. That's how long it takes to get the feel back eh. Pero kung tatanong ka lang once a week, for me, it's going to be a waste of time for a swimmer like me. So, wag na lang. Ganun na lang.
Saka wala pang competition, if I'm not mistaken, dito sa Philippine setting, no?
They're cooking something on February eh.
Oh, wow.
A triathlon bubble in New Clark City. However, parang I'm waiting for it to be final. Pero until now, parang I'm keeping fit, pero bike run. Pero yung swim, kapag binato na talaga na okay, it's legit, it's final, may IITF approvals na, okay na, sige. Talagang pupunta na ako La Union. Like 1 month. Training sa ano.
Pag ganun ba? Pag yung when like, syempre, when you're into sports, hindi ba rusty pag matagal kang nawala and then you come back again on that sport? Hindi, you don't feel rusty?
All the time. Any sport,
Ah,
you'd really feel rusty. It's a skill pa rin in the end, di ba? Like
Yeah.
driving. You lose it for a couple of months, even weeks lang. Ano na yan? Ang laki ng difference. Like golf, di ba? And my friend who's a figure skater, si Michael Martinez, before they went, hindi lang siya mag-skate sa ice rink for 2 days. Ramdam na niya yung parang alog ng kanyang skates.
Correct.
Feel unstable. So parang wow, every day counts talaga. The
So
mastery of
how long does it like for you to like in swimming? How long does it take for you to get your groove on, to get your vibe? Yeah. It
It
depends.
depends how long have you been swimming in your life. That's one.
Yeah.
Second, depends how long you haven't swum since you stopped. So based on mine, I would predict 1.5 months.
Oh, okay.
Tagal din.
Grabe.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is where yung normally sinasabi ng mga top athletes, no, yung elite athlete is consistency over intensity. Parang kung once a week ka lang intense yung isang araw pero hindi ka consistent, mawawala din yung
Oh, wala din.
May thoughts ka ba doon, Nico?
You have to, it's the law of physics yan eh. Yung graph, yung mastery of craft, alam niyo yan?
Yeah.
Eh, di ba?
Yung parang 10,000 hours.
Ano?
Yung 10,000 hours ba yan? Hindi ko sure kung tama.
Hindi, iba yun. This is the one yung sa graph of law of skills, of mastery of craft na the first couple of weeks, ang bilis na angat mo.
Right.
And then you go down for like next couple of weeks. Tapos, yung angat mo, build up na all the way. Pero mas matagal na.
Right.
So, kumbaga, from nothing to advance, napakabilis.
Right.
It's like losing weight. Kapag sobrang taba mo, ang bilis mo malose ng weight the first couple of weeks. Diba?
Correct.
And then, kapag ito na, medyo papik ka na, pagaling ka na, it takes so long na. Like for an
Right.
Olympic swimmer, mastery of craft na yun, diba? It takes hundreds of hours to cut milliseconds.
Wow. Grabe.
Ganun level siya.
Ganun level. Correct. Yeah.
Biro mo. So parang it's not everyone's cup of coffee to do that, diba? Who's gonna be willing to do that? Pero if you teach a kid how to swim, in less than 1 month, marunong na lumangoy yan.
Right. Correct.
So
Yeah.
it still depends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see.
So actually, guys, for those who are watching, you get a glimpse gaano kahirap sa athlete, lalo ngayong pandemic, to build their groove back. So you can only imagine. No?
Tsaka yung time that and na they put into di ba? Like, parang hindi lang siya like isang lang na akala ng iba once you're good at kaya mo na yan. It takes really time for you to develop yung yung skill set, for you to be good at it. Yeah.
And that's only the skill set part. What about the fitness
Yeah.
level part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The higher your VO2 max o yung highest fitness level mo, the faster it goes down kapag tumigil ka in a couple of days.
Yeah.
As compared to somebody who's just steady na VO2 max.
Correct.
So kung mga pro cyclists sa tour, ilang days lang o ilang weeks lang na hindi sila mag high intensity workouts, ang bilis bumaba ng kanilang fitness.
Correct.
So kumbaga ganun ka-meticulous. Parang Formula 1 car, ganun daw.
Grabe. Interesting. Yan, maganda rin yan pag-aralan is tackling on sports science and being able to understand the technicalities of your sport. But before that, Ken, but before that, ito may bumabate, Nico. Si Dax Timbol Halili. Sir Nico, pa-shoutout dito sa Angeles Sports Complex. Nakakasabay ka namin mag-swim before kasama ng team ko. Dax, swim.
Shoutout sa Dax at sa Angeles Sports Complex. Diyan kami nag-training. Nung I stayed in Pampanga for 3 years in Angeles. 2017 to 2020. And, 2017 to 2019. Yeah, so 3 years. At dyan kami nag-swimming everyday. Yan yung sinasabi kong 6 times a week dyan kami sa Angeles Sports. So ano yan, gotta love Angeles. So, kasi mababa yung cost of living at ang sarap ng pagkain.
Right. Wow. Ito rin, may nagpaparamdam, Jomay Santos, Tankers represent, ride soon sa Clark, brother.
Pag naalala ko si Jomay, naalala ko si Kobe Bryant at Lakers. Sobrang fan yan sa Lakers si Jomay.
Ayan, and of course,
Pampangas best rin niya si Jomay.
and of course, Ken, of course, we want to shout out our previous guest, the president and founder of Kings of the Court. Shout out lang kay Boss Cholo Legisma. Shout out, boss. Hello. Welcome to our show. Maraming salamat for supporting us. Yan.
Kings of the Court, yung basketball
League.
di ba?
Yeah.
Amateur league, yes. Shout out Sir Cholo. Respect.
Nice. So
Okay,
yan,
guys.
speaking of basketball, Nico, actually, well, given na kaming tatlo, yun din naman actually yung love namin. Actually, ikaw din, when you started, actually, basketball talaga yung unang hilig mo. You mentioned it sa mga previous interviews mo. But we just want to ask, like, paano na-pique yung interest mo sa sports as a general nung bata ka? Like, was it something your parents influenced you with? Or may nakita pang idol, ganyan? Paano ka paano nagustuhan mo agad yung sports?
Kasi mga kapitbahay ko nagba-basketball. And I mean, kapag Filipino ka, di ba? Everybody loves basketball, di ba? Especially growing up. And we grew up, mga kapitbahay namin, we would watch NBA games. The finals game, di ba? Lakers versus Sixers. 2003, di ba? Finals game. You would wish Iverson would win kasi parang underdog level. And brings so much memories and throwback about just for the love of the game.
Right.
Ganun ka-fundamental parang as a kid, he just enjoyed watching it. Diba? Walang halong pera, walang halong intentions. He just enjoy it in its
Correct.
pure form. And yun yung the best part about as a kid with basketball. And growing up, you wanted to be one. Simple as that. You wanted to be an elite basketball player, di ba? Typical Filipino kid eh. I want to be the first NBA player.
Parehas, kasama kami dyan ni Ken.
So yun, and then, grade school. Nag-try out sa varsity team. Naging reserve lang ako. High school, first year, nag-try out ako. Nakapasok sa first entry. And then after that, wala nang kinuwang first year. Puro mga second year to fourth year. So parang, wag na. Ganun na yun. And then 2004 pala, sorry, biglang umusbong yung sport ng badminton. And I think a lot of people felt the trend na pumutok ang badminton, and then 2005 SEA Games came in, and badminton was one of the most hyped sports that time. The Asuncion brothers, the Asuncion siblings.
Correct.
Kevin Kennevicia. And seeing the SEA Games in 2005, everything changed in my life. Doon nagbago yung perception ko. When I saw it on the papers and posters, inaral ko. Wala pa nung Wikipedia, wala pa nung masyado internet eh. Nagtanong-tanong lang ako. Ano tong SEA Games na to? Ay, nandiyan yung mga national athletes, the best of the best athletes in the country. Nagalaban-laban, they represent the country, ganon. And against different countries in the region. And just like that, in a, flick of a switch, sabi ko, fuck. I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be one of those boys and girls. I wanted to be a national athlete. At, suddenly, the next day, luminaw ang mata ko. Sabi ko, okay, from day one and forward, I want nothing else to become a national athlete. Yun yung naging pangarap ko. And I was doing that while holding a badminton racket. So, nilayot ko. Ganun lang.
Tama.
So, ganun ka, parang, I think the potential was there in terms of character. He just needed to align a certain sport fitted to that characteristic. So, for me, you don't invest in the sport, you invest in the person's character.
Correct.
Kasi, at a character can be transferable to different aspects. And if you try hard enough and try long enough, pucha, pag nahanap mo yung sport para sa character na yan, that person will go flying sky high into different levels of success.
Would you say yung drive, parang ang nakita ko dito, Nico, yung drive mo to be a national athlete, would you say yung ganun ka laking pangarap, would you say did it contributed a lot to where you are now? Yung just having a big ambition from the get-go?
Sobra. Kailangan mo dyan tapang, for me. Hindi ka pwedeng mahiyain. Parang you have to want it bad enough. Hindi pong lalapit ka sa isang big-time coach at sabihin mo, coach, hindi nyo kakilala, pero gusto ko maging champion athlete under you. Ganun.
Ginawa mo ba yun?
Did that many times. I texted Guy Concepcion, yung DLSU swimming coach. He doesn't know me. Tinawagan ko lang siya out of nowhere. Sabi ko, sir, ako po si Nico. Gusto ko po maglasal at maging athlete niyo. Ganung level. Wow. Tapos, ganun. Sa isang swimming competition, months before I was about to enter Lasal, nilapitan ko yung coach na yun. Sabi ko, hi coach, ako po yung tumawag sa phone nyo, ganito, it was nice to meet you, ganun.
Grabe.
Ganung level.
Kailangan ng balls talaga no? Parang wala nang hiya-hiya if you want something bad enough.
Talk about balls, alam mo sagot niya. Hello. Yeah, I got your text and I read your times. To be honest, I'm not really happy with your best times.
Ano sabi mo? Ano sinabi mo?
Sabi ko, okay lang. But I'll be better if I'm gonna be under you.
May sagot na agad.
Yung mga ganun ba na minsan kasi talaga I think naman lahat ng athletes like went through yung mga sometimes rejection, yung mga ganun na Pag nakakatanggap ka ba minsan ng mga ganun na feeling mo na madi-discourage ka na, how do you push yourself to that how does it drive you even more? Does it motivate you even more pag nakakakuha ka ng mga ganung reception from others?
Yes. It becomes a motivation when you know that you can actually do it. Kung alam mo, realistically speaking, this person doesn't know that I actually can do it, then it's one of their greatest motivations. Pero kung
kasi,
hindi mo kaya maging bilyonaryo, di mo?
Kasi, yan ang lagi yung sinasabi, di ba? Na parang ikaw lang sa lahat na, you know yourself more than anyone else. So, di ba? Parang kung ikaw, alam mo yung capabilities mo, kilala mo yung sarili mo, you'll really go far.
On a younger perspective, yes. But as you get older, it's a different thing na.
Yeah.
If you're asking from credible people with credible experiences, and if they give you a certain feedback, you have to accept it in the most logical way.
Yes.
Kung sinabing hindi talaga to pwede sa'yo, then instead of you ma-discourage, balik ta rin mo yung tanong. Sabihin mo, well then sir, how can I be better?
There you go. Yun.
How to react to it.
Yeah.
Grabe, no? Di ba simula pa lang tayo, pero ang galing.
Kung bata ka, sabihin mo lang, ay, di kayo ko yan.
Oo.
Pero pag tumanda ka na, balik ta rin, iba na yung tanong mo, di ba? Ganun lang yun.
Yeah.
I think, yun parang ang na-realize ko dito sa akin, no, is walang masama magtanong, walang masama mag-approach to ask questions and to learn from someone kahit di mo siya kilala or kasi di ba tinuturo sa atin ng parents don't talk to strangers pero si Nico kabaliktaran yung ginawa siya kumausap sa stranger di na nga siya nilapitan siya na kahit stranger yun siya nilapitan na niya kinausap na niya ng with full courage di ba
not everyone has that ball. Not everyone has balls to do that. Yeah. So
then it means and that's something you have to invest. Yung being confident. Having that kind of balls. And sometimes, it doesn't ask for you any single peso to have that. You just need to be out there with your friends. You can read books. You can do yung mga free online sa YouTube, how to be confident. And everything's accessible online na
Correct.
And it's just a matter of maximizing the cards that you have. Diba?
Correct. Yun, may text na nun. So, tinext na niya yung ginawa niya ng paraan, di ba? Kung kung gusto may paraan eh, di ba yun all go back to the saying, kung gusto may paraan, kung
Totoo yun. In so many ways, especially this generation. I mean, my generation to be specific kasi it's so easy to to hide away from your mistakes. Pagalitan ka, anong gagawin mo? Babalik ka online. I-rant mo sa Twitter yung nararamdaman mo.
Correct.
Di ba?
It's parang mas mabigat pa rin yung actions and execution rather than speaking about it. I think that's what you're saying, di ba, Sir Nico? Tama ba?
Yes.
Yeah. So yan, Mamba mentality, I think triathlete din to. Rafael Carlos Sawali, Mamba mentality, Sir Nico. And then of course from James Aquino, Kat, baka you wanna take this?
Yeah, from James Aquino.
From Parañaque. This is the guy from Parañaque.
Okay, from Parañaque. 4 key elements in Nico's story: preparation, character, skills, opportunity, success will follow talaga. Congratulations. Volleyball player ako when I was in college and now trying to do swimming. So eventually running and biking naman. Wow.
Yeah, pag nakuha man isang sport, madali na magdagdag ng isa. So, huwag mo lang bibiglayin eh. Yun naman naging tip ko sa kanila mga gusto mag-triathlon eh. Start from one sport.
Yeah,
Ito, gusto ko rin batiin. Maraming green tankers dito. Buti na lang, no? Puro Lasal yan na. Nakakasawa kasi pag puro Ateneo. No pun intended.
Grabe.
Guess natin, baka hindi tayo siputin ng guest natin next week kasi Atenista yun. Diehard Atenista. Ay, wala. Masaya naman kasama mga Atenista. Pero mas masaya
Iba lang
feelings pag Lasal yan.
Shout out Pierce. Idol kayo sa swimming. Malakas yan.
Wow. Yan, of course.
Alam mo, I was supposed to go to Lasal. Ang dream school ko talaga noong una was UP. Yes, sobra. Kasi I really fought talaga to enter it through yung exam, UPCAT. Pero, ang quota is 2.8 and below. My UPCAT score was 2.87.
Yun lang.
Sakit talaga. And wala talaga mag-healthy connection. Parang hindi talaga to para sa akin.
Inisip ko nga na 2.87, di ba? It's higher than 2.8. Context ng Lasal. Lasal, di ba mas mataas yung 4 kaysa sa uno. Pero sa UP pala mas mataas yung in other schools, no? Medyo pa-special talaga pag Lasal yan.
Wala. And then, di ba, everything happened in God's time talaga. I mean, yun naman yung nilatag ko. It was the toughest decision for me to choose which college for me talaga.
Right.
I think it's everyone's experience then. Parang, ano bang course ang pipiliin ko? Ano bang college ang pupuntahan ko? It became a very tough decision for most kids, diba, in high school.
Correct.
Diba? And I broke it down na naman to a very simple thing eh. It's not even the course eh. Anong college dito ang may swimming team? Yun lang. Ganun ko ka-purposeful ang pag-pursue ng sports. Yung pagiging national athlete. Ganun.
Right.
Nama ko nga PMA. Nung unang in-offer ako pumasok sa PMA, sabi ko, may swimming team ba dyan? Wala.
Tama. So, it wasn't, you went to Lasal not because of the coach that you previously texted, but you wanted to be part of UP. Talaga. So, hindi bulk ng reason ba't ka naglasal is the coach. Mas gusto mo talaga sa UP talaga to be a swimmer there.
Noong una UP yung first choice ko because of the swimming team and the school kasi scholar ng bayan eh. The very best college in the country, di ba? Kasi ambisyoso tayo eh.
Actually, UP rin yung the choice that the school that I liked eh. Kaso mukhang di talaga pinagpala eh. Kulang sa grades.
Pero I wouldn't say hindi pinagpala. Hindi kailan dinesti ni God doon.
Tama. Kaya tayo nagkasama-sama sa Lasal eh, 'di ba? Tayong apat eh, 'di ba? It was for a reason, 'di ba? Para
we're destined to a greater path.
Yeah. So, choice ko was Lasal because of yun nga, nakapasa ako, and second, yung coach, yung swimming team malakas.
Yeah, tama. I think si Enchong D nakasabay mo din, no? Sila Johans Aguilar.
These national athletes, national swimmers kasi yan eh.
Yeah.
When I entered the swimming team noong 2008, literally half of the team are either national athletes, mga SEA Games, SEA age record holders, or mga UAAP record holders, o mga palarong pambansa recruits.
Grabe.
Ganung level sila. And I never thought na ganung kataas ang level ng ng environment. Akala ko the chosen few lang. Pero even yung mga water polo national athletes before, at dalawang Asian Games athlete ng triathlon. Si Nikki Kilala at si LC Langit. So shout out to you two idols. You guys were the reason why I became a national athlete ng triathlon.
Elsie Langit. Yeah.
Yes.
She's a friend of mine. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Diba?
So,
And
oh, yeah.
besides that, LC was a consistent Dean's Lister.
Yeah. Oh.
Diba? In Asian Games athlete. So parang the best of everything. So do you think that it would be inevitable for you to be at elite level athlete because you're spending time with these athletes?
Grabe, no?
It's the environment talaga. You have to choose the environment.
It's the people you surround yourself with, no?
Galing.
Still a choice, diba?
Ayan, actually nagpakilala na, Nico, yung James Aquino from Parañaque, no, yung kapitbahay mo lang. My wife and I met Nico way back 2009 in our company, AIM Global. In a short period of time, nakilala namin siya as dreamer and my vision as sportsman.
Wow.
Yan.
James at si Annie, nag-asawa. Very supportive, husband and wife.
Yeah. Good. Nico, you were mentioning kanina, di ba, parang yung character mo, ibabagay mo siya sa sport. And if nakita mo naman na yung trailer, na interview ka na before, parang nasabi mo, di ito para sa akin eh. Yung badminton, di rin para sa akin eh. Parang paano ka namili, di ba? Parang I was curious around it. And parang paano mo nasabi na triathlon was the sport for you?
Started with swimming muna in high school. Kasi, chinek ko yung high school sports, yung sports namin yung high school, there were only 3 ones na may potential. Taekwondo, swimming, and badminton.
Okay.
So out of the 3, I felt that swimming would be the best because they've produced many national athletes. Yung sports program nila, they train 6 to 7 times a week kasi may Wednesday morning at may Saturday morning.
Right.
And then, in-expose ka sa national events. Yung mga palarong Manila. Tapos, you get to compete with the national swimmers. So that the exposure alone changed my perspective. So that's one. Second, pursuing that, I want to be an Olympian in 2012 in swimming. Ganun ako ka-practical, binigyan ko siya ng timeline. And then,
high school pa lang. High school pa lang. It's a long-term goal talaga eh.
And kasi seeing every time you get to witness how they train, you get to have a more practical way of analyzing your goals. Diba? You can't just be an idealist eh. Kailangan may halo yan eh. Halong dreamer na idealist, diba? And then you also have to be a realist. Parang how to lay down the map.
Yeah.
Yes, ganun. So, after nun, nung nasa college na ako sa Lasal in 2008, nagka-fun run 2009. Tapos, surprisingly, I won that fun run sa 5-kilometer run dyan lang sa BF, sa Las Piñas. And then, in-offeran ako sumali sa isang laban, isang aquathlon. So, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ang aquathlon, swim run.
Yeah.
So, sumali ako doon the month later. And then, sabi sa akin, okay, may potential ka sa itong aquathlon event na to. Ito gagawin natin. Sumali ka pa ng 3 aquathlon in the next couple of months. And if nakita namin may potential ka, pwede ka namin makonsider sa national team ng triathlon. Ganun lang. Na timbre. So parang with that offer, it parang na-lay down na yung path.
Right. But it started out with swimming lang talaga. And
swimming was my greatest foundation. Fitness level, experience, exposure, ganun. Doon na layout. And when I say experience, yung turn down ni coach na I'm not happy with your best times. It's Lord, Diyos ko Lord.
Tama.
Kasi I wasn't talented with swimming eh. Hindi ako manalo-nalo sa mga events kahit I was training all out talaga every day.
Right.
Kasi parang, you'd see it naman eh. You're training 6 times a week, sinusubukan mo mag-best time para sa'yo, pero may kalaban ka na teammate mo na minsan lang magpakita pero tinatalo ka pa rin.
Yun yung nakakabwisit eh. Yung ikaw mas matagal ka sa training pero sila parang wala na.
Ganun yung feeling talaga. Eh, yung tinatawag mo true love. Charot.
Yeah. Yun. Dino, take note.
Tama. True love.
Dino, take note.
Ano ba yan? Sa love life ba yan o sa sport talaga?
Sa lahat yan.
Sa lahat.
Applicable sa lahat yan.
Okay. Sige. Noted yan. Single tayo eh. Okay. And of course, may bumati rin. Sheena A. Idol, salute.
Thank you. Speaking of yung experiences and failures, that one of the toughest moments I ever had in high school was fourth year. Isang training session when I was trying to qualify na for UP.
Yeah.
For UP swimming team. Naglaban kami ng isang teammate ko na grade 6 lang. So imagine mo, 4 years yung gap namin.
Laki nun.
4 years ang gap namin. Tinalo ko sa swimming na laban. 100 meter free.
Grabe.
So parang for me, shit, makakapasa ba ako ng UP nito? Is swimming for me? Yung mga ganun tanong.
Yeah. Correct.
Parang masakit yun.
Correct. Kasi it's way younger than you eh. Parang
nga eh.
it makes you rethink na ito ba talaga yung sport for me?
Ganun talaga. And minsan lang, itong babae na to, nag-skip to ng mga workouts many times
Wow.
Many times.
Sobrang mas nakakaano yun eh, no?
2 hours yung workout namin. 90 minutes pa lang umaalis na yan.
Wow.
Ganung level.
So, Nico, ano yung barometer mo para masabi na, wait, parang I have to shift to another thing na? Like, when...
The only barometer I ever had was when I joined that fun run at sinabihan ako na baka may potential ka maging national athlete ng triathlon. Diba? I didn't let go of swimming. Yun yung thing. Instead, nagdagdag lang ako. That was that barometer.
Yeah.
Hindi siya nasatisfy sa isa. Gusto niya pa ng iba pa naman.
You started with swimming and then you tried out running, and then when you were told that you had the potential, nag-join ka na aquathlon, so hindi mo pa rin binitawan yung swimming. So parang...
Hindi pa rin. In-apply lang yung fitness level. I bought a bike. I joined my first triathlon event on June 2009. So, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
Right.
Iba rin kasi talaga, no? Iba rin yung when you feel that, you know, someone believes in you, that he sees potential in you. Parang mas lalong nakakapag-build ng ng confidence sa sarili mo. Kasi like for you, you know yourself eh. Yun nga yung sabi natin. Pero for others to see that in you without really like knowing you deeply and para makita nila yon in one 'di ba? Parang mas nakaka-build ng character mo.
Laki na bakit?
Oo.
You're right, Kat. You have to spend time with people who believe in you. Specifically the credible ones. Hindi yung binibiyas ka lang, kaya mo yan. Pero wala na credibility at their back. We need to listen to the ones who have credibility na support you because they know what it feels like to be successful. Diba? That's one. And then you also have to spend time with the people who make you see things on a realistic perspective. Yung hindi ka pinuput down pero nire-remind ka lang na, wag mo kalimutan if ever that fails, dapat ready ka for backup.
Yes. Oh.
Those are your professors. So na yan. Your accounting professors.
Wait, Nico, accounting course ko, Nico.
Seryoso ba yan?
Si Velasco at saka si Manalo. Ewan ko, kilala mo yun.
Oo.
Si Velasco at saka si Manalo. Mga teacher yan.
Oh my God.
Accounting. Hindi mo na maalala. Yeah, tama. Si Velasco yan. Hello, ma'am, kung nanonood ka. Pinahirapan tayo. Takot ako yun. Nanginginig ako yun eh. Kasi kay Velasco sobrang strict eh.
Wala kang time para makapagkwentuhan, makapaglandian. Wala.
Grabe. Kaya nga ako single cut eh. Yan yung rason. Ba't ako single dahil sa accounting?
Masyado kang wala kang, hindi ka binigyan ng time para makipaglandi.
para sa mga viewers natin, alam nila ba't ako single. Yun, dahil doon. Sa accounting na yan.
Sumusuot ka ng t-shirt, no? Single, taken, seryoso.
Yeah, tama.
Seryoso sa accounting, no?
Siya
Check.
pala,
Tama.
siya pala.
Naalala ko na yung dahilan bakit ako single. Ito, ang dami pa nag-question, nagko-comment, oh. Ken.
Ayan, actually, we were lucky to have Nikko in some of Nike Run Club Manila sessions. He inspires a lot of distance runners, both newbie and veterans, and also the multi-sports athletes. Very humble. That's why his character really speaks for himself. Purpose, determination, grit. 3 things we admire the most to this guy. Ayan.
Shoutout nila, I love the Nike Running Club. Ever since I partnered with Nike in 2014, I fell in love with the brand. But more importantly, I fell in love with the community. If you join a Nike Running Club, everybody feels na parang, uy, pare. Parang eye level yung camaraderie.
Tama.
Nobody's up, nobody's down. Ganun kasaya. It's for the love of running.
And may kasama kang Nikko Huelgas na di ba, surround yourself with the best, di ba? So meron kang Nikko Huelgas na champion pagda-training sa'yo. So sila naman yung papaturo sa'yo. Galing. And of course, Jolo Biason, no? Classmate ko yan si Nikko before sa isa. Oy, fellow Lasallian din ata to. Yun.
Tropa yan.
Pareho kami sa college of
Yes,
education before sa DLSU. Yan.
So guys, a lot of people don't know, I actually didn't pass LaSalle exam. Recon lang ako. Kasi through the reconsideration program, isa-submit mo yung third year grades mo. Pag sinubmit mo yan, you are now given two options kung anong course na pwede mong piliin. So pinili ko, una, marketing, hindi pa rin ako nakapasok, and then education.
Tama. Ganun yun Kung no choice ka na di ba? Parang no choice ka na sa course di ba? Parang
no choice.
Tama. Yun, no?
So yun, so I got education and then nag-shift ako sa marketing. Ganyan ang ginawa ko. Shout out Jolo,
Nako.
Kaya siguro, Dino, hindi natin siya nakikita nung Kasi COB din marketing.
Tama. COB tayo So, sa COE siya So, most likely ibang building yan.
Nung first year.
Marketing na ako 109.
Okay.
Ito na yung mga 109 kumbaga.
Yun. So, ayun pala, nagre-reminisce pala tayo ng college. Hindi naman ganun katagal na. Medyo matagal na pala.
Pero yung building blocks Yung college talaga yung building blocks ng pagkatao.
Yeah. Yan. From Ivar Nicolas Fojas, no? Nikko Huelgas, inspirasyon ng Lasal Multisport Club. Yan.
Guys, thank you. I couldn't have done this without yung swimming pool ng Lasal at yung dalawang Asian Games triathletes natin before me.
Yeah.
They were my inspiration.
Yun, grabe. Important yan, yung support. Di lang surround yourself, meron nagsusupport din sa'yo. Ito, of course, fellow national athlete ni Nikko to, si Roan Beltran.
Si
From, Hi guys, welcome Kat sa first episode ng FTLOTG. Hello, Nikko. Yan, fellow national athlete.
Yes.
Thank you, Rowan.
Sama kayo sa commission. She attends some of our events. Very good. Good friend ni Heidi Diaz.
Yes. Pinakilala rin kami ni Heidi sa kanya. So, yun. Grabe. Tapos, ito may magandang comment from our guest. Since I think she tuned in nung episode ni Chelsea Bernasconi, episode 13 ngayon. She's tuning in with us now. Ang sport niya, I think, is wushu. Sa UP naman to. Yun, yung school niya. Ay, nakakaingit to kasi sa UP siya. Di ba? Dokin.
Yeah, aside from setting goals, I think opportunities and actually saying yes. The Warriors' response to those opportunities is what will pave your path really. Thank you for sharing your journey, Kuya. Ayan.
Thank you for attending this event. I hope you learned.
Yun.
Wala pa nga sa madami nang natututunan Meron ako nakitang question dito from I think it's from
Sino?
From Kate Barrios
Ito, from Kate.
Yeah,
Ayan.
there. I'll read it. From Kate Barrios. I used to be a swimmer and the trainings were really tough. To get to that physical capability really means you need to have the right mindset and commitment to get into it. What made you feel that you were ready to get into swimming at such a young age, especially in high school, which is the gimmick age. Oo, iba yan eh, di ba?
Shit, sobrang hugot yan. Hugot yan, sobrang. I remember when I pursued swimming was 2005 na. Medyo late in the game na ako, to be honest. Mga kasama
Yeah.
ko mga 7
High
years
school
old.
na yun. High school na yun.
Kasi medyo late, super late na yan in a swimmer's time.
Mhm.
Pero, a lot of people don't know kasi na yung sa gimmick time na sinasabi nila, I tried that. I tried skipping one swimming session at sumabay ako sa mga barkada. Para lang I would know what it feels like. Parang I would know what was I missing. And you know what? After that, never ako bumalik sa gimmick na yun. Sabi ko, tapos the next day, pagbalik ko sa swimming pool, pinahirapan kami ng coach namin, pinapaiyak kami sa mga 10 by 100 meter freestyle all out.
Grabe.
Moments.
10 laps.
Pero nung 8th set, sabi ko, nagpapahinga kami for like 10 seconds. Sabi ko, sarili ko, pucha. After what I've seen, I know that I'm in the right place. I know I love what I'm doing.
Wow.
Ganon.
Tama
Parang-
na may experience mo yun eh, no? Para,
It's important for you to see the other side of things.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Diba? Kahit konting tikim lang, sabihin natin kahit mag-yosi ka one time or 2 times. Diba? Pero kung alam mo, I don't need this. This is not for me. And alam ko, hindi ito makakatulong sa akin sa goals ko sa buhay. And then, it's automatic na magiging discipline ka to say no. Kasi you really had validation na hindi to para sa'yo.
Mhm.
Right.
So kaya for me, okay lang sa akin na people fail or people parang get lost along the way.
Mhm.
Kasi it's mandatory for you to feel that, to get validation, to fight for your dreams.
Yun. Yeah.
Kasi napuntahan mo na, sabihin mo sa sarili mo, hindi ako babalik dito.
Correct. Kung hindi
Diba?
mo, if you never did it, parang di mo tinry, di mo malalaman eh. Di mo malalaman.
Oo, di ba?
Maybe you might grow up thinking of regrets, yung mga what ifs.
Yan.
Don't ever have that feeling.
Yan, so-
Ang daming may
growing.
ganyan.
Kasi it might disrupt the way you live your life. Productively.
Tama.
Mm.
Di lang sa sport, pati sa pag-ibig, 'di ba? Ganun din, 'di ba? If di ka nag-reach out, di mo alam. Di mo alam, 'di ba? Di mo alam.
Grabe talaga
Ayos,
yun.
ah.
Grabe talaga yung Dino eh.
Pinagdadaanan ba si Dino, ha, guys?
Hindi ka, mukhang ano eh.
Kaya
Mukhang si Dino for the love eh. Nawala yung of the game.
wala yung
For the
The
love.
love of the love.
Eh, ano lang, nasa face pa lang siya.
Oo, tama.
That's a very
Tama.
good question, ha? It's a really good question, ha?
Yeah,
Correct.
so-
Then of course, nag-add siya, hirap makamiss kahit isang training lang. Super tough ng mga coach.
Mga coach.
Tawag dyan,
Yeah.
tough lang. Mm.
Yun.
Yan, tama.
May love.
Ang daming terms.
May love na
di ba?
naman. Alam mo, pag may love, natitrigger kasi si
Oo,
Dino eh.
natitrigger ako eh, natitrigger. Tama na guys.
Okay, guys.
Ayan.
Hindi, kasi we won't understand yung hirap ng workout naman kung hindi mo maintindihan kung ano para sa inyo eh.
Correct.
Yung what we call blind suffering. Yung
Correct.
tipong everything has its own pain and purpose. Diba? May purpose yung pain na yan, may purpose yung suffering. It is to prepare for you for what's ahead, diba? Which is your
Right.
goal, your dreams. Alam mo masakit to kasi kailangan to feel the
Correct.
success. Now,
Kailangan mong, go.
Yes?
Go. Sorry, Go.
Hindi. So if you don't know the purpose of this pain, it's really gonna hurt. At tatanungin mo sa sarili mo, ba't ko ito ginagawa? Di ba? Di ba, Dino? Parang pag-ibig?
Bakit mo
Kailangan-
susunduin? Bakit mong...
Kailangan mong pagdaanan yung mga ganun eh. Kailangan mong ma-experience eh. Parang, yun nga eh, parang you get to learn from those eh. You get to learn from those experiences. Especially yung mga failures eh. Parang, yung iba kasi, diba, pag nag-fail, yung iba umaayaw na eh. Parang mas, ayoko na, no? Pero hindi nila na ano, parang you can use that as your motivation eh, na if parang if you fail on one thing, parang it means there's still room for you to be better. There's still room for you to improve on what you want to do in life, in love, I don't know, ano ba?
Tama.
So,
Pala guys, side note noong 2009, when I qualified for the national team ng triathlon, I also qualified for the water polo national team.
Wow.
Yeah, so
oh,
junior,
oh.
both junior ng water polo and triathlon. So, kasi tryout ako sumali ako sa dalawang tryout sessions. So, pinawiin ako ng best friend ko. Ano, triathlon or water polo? How do you see yourself in the future? So, yun. Eventually, triathlon was the most pinaka-smooth path.
Correct. And of course, Nico, ito, kilala mo naman to.
Yes. Seryoso ba yan, Jessie? Shout out, Jessie. Sa mga pinaka-idol kong swimmers, grabe. Growing up as a swimmer, narinig ko na yung pangalan yan Ibang insurmountable amount of talent talaga yan. And dedication. Any upcoming events na Athletes Commission, alam mo kaya, nag-meeting tayo last week.
Baka pinapapromote niya. Baka you wanna invite people to watch. Kasi the one in live saka sa replay, baka...
Sige, so guys, Jessie Lacuna, Olympian, is actually our vice chair ng Athletes Commission. So he's also our main host sa mga webinars namin. So he's a big potential in becoming such a great leader as an athlete and as a person. And marami kami naka-laid out na webinars for our national athletes and even coaches. Mag-uumpisa yan itong March Athletes Forum, where all of our team captains will be gathered para ma-prepare for what's ahead. And then meron kami financial management, meron kami anti-doping and nutrition,
right.
Yung mga bawal magpansit kanton, that 3-in-1
Uy, masarap yung pansit canton ha. Sarap nun.
Spicy, kakatikin ko pa naman kanina. COVID diet yan tawag. And then, meron kaming sports law, ano yung mga rights namin as national athletes.
Yeah.
And then, meron kaming mental wellness sessions. So yung mga weekly sessions for the whole month of this certain month, magkakaroon kami parang how do we cope up with the pandemic? Parang how can we cope na wala kaming laban? Yun ang mga ginagawa naming webinar ng Athletes Commission para matulungan yung mga athletes natin habang parang to be better in any way.
Yeah, and since we were reserving that part sa dulo na actually yung being the chair of POC Athletes Commission, since you've mentioned it, parang I'm just curious, no? Right now kasi you still wanna compete, you still wanna be an athlete, but pinagsasabay mo tong being the chair of the POC Athletes Commission. Parang what made you decide to go for it, knowing it could have been done by someone else? Parang what made you decide to go for something like this, to be the chairman of POC Athletes Commission? What's the purpose or the reason behind that?
Well, the first time I joined the Athletes Commission was 2015. Nagkaroon ng election and I just wanted to be a member of it. I wanted to be one of the 5 athletes because I wanted to also support, I wanted to help, and I wanted to see a different side of things, being the voice of the athletes. And then I got elected as the chair, and thankfully and respectfully, I was re-elected again as chair, and nababalance namin to. I don't get to say na parang it's too much work kasi I really have a good team like sila Jessie, Jessica, Jake Letts.
Heidi, I think, is part of that din.
Heidi, yes. Tapos si Nesty Petesio at si Samuel Morrison. So we have a really good team na everybody's supporting each other. So there's no mataas na hierarchy. It's all of high level type of support talaga. We're in this together, ganun.
Wow.
And thank God for Zooms kasi we can't see each other physically. So parang kahit si Heidi nasa
Malaysia,
ibang bansa, iba nasa training camp, with Zoom, we can do so much talaga.
Right. Yan, so guys, please support POC Athletes Commission. I think they have a Facebook page wherein you can just type in POC Athletes Commission to be more educated. Particularly if this is perfect for people, Nico, na gusto rin maging national athlete para at least aware na rin sila what it takes to be a national athlete. Tama ba? Hindi lang to sa current national
Yep.
athletes, if I'm not mistaken.
Pwede yung mga aspiring, yung mga gusto maging national athlete.
Yon. Before kasi wala pa to eh. I think this was established recently lang. 2 years or a year ago lang eh. Bago lang siya.
Yes, mga 6 years ago.
6 years. Sorry. 6 years ago pa pala. Yan. Okay.
Yan. So, Nico, actually, you mentioned nga, it's all started with a random fun run, sumali ka, and then the rest is history. And speaking of history, ikaw nga, yung merong distinct recognition of winning yung very first medal for a Filipino triathlete sa SEA Games. So
Correct.
actually, hindi naging madali yun. Actually, una sa triathlon, una swimming, and then cycling, tapos running yung last. So, actually, you had to poor start, di ba, nung swimming. So, walang play-by-play nun eh. Di naman gaya sa basketball. You could see lahat nung events. But, yun nga. So, like, from what you remember, like, ano yung mga sobrang pinagdaanan mo nun before getting that elusive gold medal for us?
Diba? Una sa lahat, yung SEA Games medal na yan, hindi ko na mahanap.
Nako.
Seryoso, naglinis ako ng cabinet. Yun lang yung nawawala, hindi ko mahanap. Patay tayo siya.
Oh.
Tapos like, okay lang, nasa Google naman eh. Okay na yun.
Okay na yun. Sa Wikipedia naman. Sa Wikipedia naman.
Legit yan.
Importante na sa Google. Yun. It took so many, it wasn't an overnight success for obvious reasons. Yeah, parang it was just the bonus out of everything. Out of the hard work that we did. Kasi years before pa yan, we were one of the best na in Southeast Asia. 2010 pa lang, we were number 1 na in Southeast Asia, both men and women. And then, leading up to the competitions, it became stressful. It became a little less realistic kasi kinakabahan na kami na parang there's that pressure na eh. Diba? The president telling you na you need to win this gold medal for us kasi we spent millions on you.
Okay.
So, pressure. Okay, thank you Thank you sa motivation na yun We trained abroad. The secret of training abroad. We trained like 3 months in Portugal before we went straight sa Singapore for the SEA Games. Yung international exposure, it made us confident. It made us know how to compete and improve our IQ skills. Di ba parang basketball IQ yan? Okay na yung fitness level mo eh. Okay na yung nutrition mo, pero pag competition, nag-iiba yung utak ng tao. And that's yung competition IQ. Di ba? Parang ano lang yun eh. Sino yung si Luka Doncic, di ba? Mataas ang basketball IQ niya. Parang ganun. Different talaga eh. And with competition, you know, we figured out how do we compete on our own way as an athlete. Kasi people keep saying, train hard eh. Train, do this, do that. Pero there's also that secret of knowing how to do it in your own way. You have to master it.
The mental aspect of it. It's more than just the physical aspect. It's the mental and emotional aspect. Tama ba?
Sobra. Sobrang mental. As in, pag competition time na, it's 10% physical, 90% mental. Kasi like 3 days before ng laban, nakikita mo na yung kalaban mo eh. So kakabahan ka. Ako, 2 nights before ng SEA Games, literally 0 tulog ako. Walang tulog.
What? Before you compete, walang tulog?
Yeah, sobra. As in, di ako makatulog sa hotel namin, sa Hard Rock Hotel pa naman sa may Sentosa, sa Singapore. Social yun, di ba?
Oh.
15,000 pesos per night, tapos di ko man lang
Ulit.
sa kamo ko, pucha. Ganun. Kasi kinakabahan ka, tapos inisip mo, kasi my thought was, what if I did not win? Parang expected na, may chance na manalo ako. What if I did not get that goal?
May pressure eh, may pressure.
It's country pressure kasi everyone's watching, everyone's expecting. So it's a mental game eh, talk to yourself type. Parang, nagkaka-anxiety ako. Hindi na ako nagkakape nun. At bigla na lang tug-tug-tug-tug yung puso. And parang shit. Overthinking, ganung level. So how do you manage that?
Right. It's not enough to be just good. it's also being able to manage the pressure kasi high expectations, to manage the distractions. It comes with it being an athlete, di ba? May social media na rin. Grabe.
Yes. Totoo.
Mahirap.
Applicable. And any type of sport, any type of pursuit, like negosyo, o kahit love life, sige, tama mo na.
Sama mo na. Daming options. Joke lang. Joke lang.
So yun.
Pero, like, for you, parang pag yung gano'n na inuunahan mo yung result, like, how does it help you, Kasi, yun nga, overthinking eh. Well, lahat naman tayo, we go through that eh. Pero, hindi ba minsan parang pag inuunahan mo yung does it add up talagang parang mas pinapahirapan mo yung sarili mo eh, for
You become counterproductive. Diba?
Yeah.
So,
How do you manage that, Nico?
Yun nga,
well,
yeah.
on a personal note, kasi I can't tell you the right formula. Kasi everybody has their own different types of psychological approach.
Correct.
Kaya nga, malaking investment for us national athletes is a psychologist. So, yeah, I'm just really lucky na na-figure out ko na yung self-talk ko. Sariling self-talk na kinakausap ko sarili ko, nababaliw na ako. Kasi ako, kinakausap ko sarili ko habang kausap ko yung kalaban, ako katabi ko. But it worked, di ba?
Yeah.
So, when I did the SEA Games 2015, and thankfully I won, it made me realize na this was the reason why a lot of our national athletes are a bit lacking. We lack yung competition mindset preparation. Kasi magaling tayo kapag training. Marinig mo yung mga boxers natin, prepared na paglaban, parang sure ball knockout yan. Pero pag competition, why do we parang slip out of nowhere kapag the day itself na? Nagkakaroon ng konting takot.
Mental fortitude.
It's a psychological aspect na hindi masyado ini-invest ng ating mga leaders. For me. Yes, kasi syempre, ano ba yung binabudgetan mo sa mga funding ng mga athletes? Training camps, di ba?
Correct.
Sure, di ba? Pagkain. Pero, what if the athlete is not telling you the truth? Bakit ibang athletes, hindi nila sabihin yung nararamdaman nilang takot sa coach nila? Sa leaders sila, di ba? Kasi syempre, mahiya kami. Sabi mo, coach, kinakabahan talaga ako. Syempre, ma-pride yung mga athletes. Sabi na, handa na ako. Handa na ako lumaban tomorrow. And yet, umiyak na siya inside. May mga ganong experiences, and I'm one of them. So, I know what it feels like.
Right.
So,
Iba
kumbaga yung
kasi,
mga... Ay, sige, Kat.
Go, Pen, go.
Parang so, yung mga like athletes that crumble under pressure, under the spotlight, talagang legit yun eh, no? Parang there's no sugar coating around it eh. Kumbaga you're physically prepared, pero pagdating mo sa sometimes if you don't have the right like psychological wiring, ganyan, parang wala eh. You can't overcome that eh, di ba? May mga ganun talaga.
Yes, killer instinct, di ba? Nila Pacquiao, nila Eliza Valdez. Those athletes talaga makes they really need to invest in that. Some people are naturally talented on the physical aspect, pero it doesn't always apply to the competition aspect.
Yeah.
Correct. So yun, I think the takeaway there for me is parang you have your own way of dealing yung kaba, yung excitement at the same time, yung pressure. Si Nico, I think what I got from him was doing a self-talk and also seeing a psychologist, di ba?
Mental health is important. Yeah. Mental wellness.
Medyo undervalue. Although people are recognizing it now, pero medyo na undervalue yung mental fortitude eh. Laking bagay din siya. Yep.
So,
yun, we have comments pa. We have comments. Ayun, of course, from Kevin, nagchuchuni na to since episode ni I forgot pero ito, a real champion is Jasmine Alcalde. So a real champion is not afraid of failure. And also from Jean Maverick Cheng, we all learn from our failures and mistakes. Hard work always pays off. Yeah.
Ayan, shoutout din kay Coach Gika Bernabe, our previous guest. Naka-tune in, Dino, no? Naka-quarantine
Yun.
yata siya yun eh. From
Yun.
galing ng Germany. Yeah, so...
Hello, Coach
ayun,
Chika.
ayan. Hello, Coach Gika. So, yun. Nico, matanong lang kita. Like, syempre, I think triathlon is one of the most, if not the toughest sport ever. So, ang matanong ko lang, meron ka ba mga near-death experiences? Like, minsan parang di mo naramdam yung katawan mo. Tapos, wala lang. Paano mo hina-handle yung ganun?
Nung pag nag-swimming ka ba, nag-cramps ka na ba ever?
yun.
Or yung mga ganon, yung mga ganong...
Sa cramps, hindi ako makram sa tao eh. Pero,
Oh, lucky you.
I almost died twice na. Competition. Sa 2014, July, sa Laia, Batangas. Yung Tri-United na pinatakbo ni Ma'am Tingoson.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a long distance event, 2-hour race. And 15-kilometer run kasi. It's a 2-kilometer swim, 60-kilometer bike, and 15-kilometer run. So, run part na, last 3 kilometers, nag-fade na yung vision ko. Kasi nawawala na akong asukal, apparently. So, it happens. We call that sugar depletion. And by 1 kilometer left, 300 meters left, as in white spot na ako. So, I crossed the finish line, pero nahimatay ako.
Wow.
Yeah. I could never forget that night. I never forget that morning of Sunday, July. Kasi yun nga, parang nag-sink in na parang, shit, mamamatay na ba ako? Nilalaban mo. You were telling something, pero you're just murmuring. Ganun na.
Pag yung mga ganun ba, na like, syempre, nakakatakot yung ma-experience yung ganun eh. Pero like, how do you like set limits for yourself? Na parang, ipupush ko pa ba to? Do I stop doing this? Or parang, how do you push yourself? Like, does it do things like that limit you? Parang ganun.
That's a good question about limits. And kasi kalaban mo dyan is health, di ba?
Hmm.
So tama yung sa tanong mo. Is it worth it? That's the first question. And for me, nung nanalo ako, I woke up and I won. Pero nung naranasan ko yon during nung hinimatay na ako, nung pagka-finish line, sabi ko, fuck, hindi to worth it. Hindi worth it 15,000 peso cash prize at mamamatay. Ano yun?
Iba pag na-experience mo.
Kahit hindi 7 pa yan, hindi ako papakamatay for that. Parang, you can win another one na buhay ka eh. For me,
Yeah.
And it was more of deciding factor dyan would be heart rate and yung internal body. Pag alam mo tumataas na yung puso mo at you can keep up with it, you say no lang. Kasi tomorrow is another day.
Tama.
Okay.
Diba parang it's not a big purpose for you to die. It's a big purpose for you to push to the limit, but it's not, diba? Pero for you,
Kala ko kanina, sabi niya, nung nahimatay siya, nung nagising siya, nanalo siya, parang worth it, pero yung pala yung buhay pa rin mas importante kaysa sa medal. Yes. Tama.
Buhay mo yung kapalit mo eh. Parang a medal is just like something na parang prize possession eh. Pero iba yung buhay. Yun ang mo talaga eh, di ba?
It's a nice idea to die because of a medal. Pero when you did it, if you're somebody who actually did it and almost died, hindi talaga.
Tama.
Don't do it. Parang you have to swallow your pride and your ego. Wag.
Tama.
Yeah.
Ang medal nawawala din, di ba? Based on facts, di ba? Nawawala.
Gaya
Pero
na.
Salamat ha.
And of course, may bumabati din from And of course, meron tayong of course, a host from another show, si Monchi, di ba? Idol Nico, mag-bike kayo ni Ian Howe mula Manila hanggang Ilocos Norte. Ian Howe.
Yeah, he's a famous bike blogger ang alam ko.
Pagdating nyo, dito kami bahala sa inyo. Marami kang mga Ilocano fans dito. Hehe.
Thanks, Monchi Sige, si Ian na mag-bike. Ako, lilipad na lang ako. Na-driving ko na lang yan. At Ilocos in general, the Ilocos province, yan daw isa sa mga pinakamurang bikes. Diyan nagbabagsakan yung mga yung mga Japan surplus, yung mga pati mga vintage bikes sa Ilocos province.
Wow.
Sa Vigan, it's an open secret. People just can't go there right now because of the COVID constraint. Pero nandun daw yung gold mine.
Yun.
Pabili kaya ako, no?
Yan sabihin ko, kaya dun ka kumuha ng bike mo.
Tapos padala na lang, no?
Pwede.
Diba?
Oo.
Bago ka ng bike, vegan longganisa ka pa.
Kaya,
Yun.
Sa amin na lang, Ken, sa'yo yung bike. Sa amin yung vegan longganisa. Pag
Confirm galing kay Mochi. True.
Gano'ng kalaking drop-off yung Just curious lang.
Yung price?
Oo.
May balak.
Kasi usually pag nasasanay ka na magbike, kailangan mag-upgrade eh. So
Yun,
baka,
diba? Oo,
baka was okay pala dun. Ayan. So yun, Nico, yun, actually, ang dami na namin natutunan, no? And, ayun naman, gusto naman namin matuto from your tough 2018, 2019. We all know this. After you won 2 gold medals, of course, it was a tough year for you, 2018. You had a major injury, of course, yung Asian Games. Like, can you talk to us through, like, ano ba talaga nangyari noon, like, from your perspective? And paano ka nag-bounce back from that tough outing?
It's been a couple of months noong 2018 na hindi na ako nagpo-perform. Nawala ko yung feel of performing. So parang feel ko na wala na ako ng peak. It was over for me and my career was going down.
Yeah.
Tapos parang nabali pa yung kamay ko. And I was really underperforming to the point na I almost lost the slot ng Asian Games.
Yeah.
Pero thankfully, I was able to still qualify and joined my 3rd Asian Games stint in 2018 in Jakarta. But that was one of my worst races ever. And I got depressed kasi of all worst races, doon pa sa country pressure. Diba? Para it was an Asian Games event and millions pinundahan kami ng government. And the sad part is, nag-promise pa ako sa media na magka-top 5 kami.
Oh my.
And I always try to do what I say as much as possible.
Correct.
Especially on a public scale. Kasi pangalan mo nakataya dyan eh.
Nakataya, correct.
Diba? And this day and age, reputation is your most valuable asset. So, for me to, from top 5, naging top 16, pinalo pa ako ng ibang mga Southeast Asian counterparts, it's a big blow to my career. It's a big blow to the federation, to the funds, and really went down on it. So, buong taon for 2018, wala akong napanalo. That was my dark year. Tapos wala pa akong ibang ginagawa sa buhay as in full-time athlete. How do you, di ba?
Tama.
How do you divert your attention when it's your full-time job at wala kang ginagawa kundi mag-triathlon? Tapos underperforming ka pa. How do you say that to your boss?
Tama.
How do you say that to the whole country?
Correct.
Yan ang pressure. And then, 2019 came in, and nagpa-surgery na ako sa kamay ko. It was that year na I was having second thoughts about my career in life.
Yeah.
And I wanted to retire na. And I wanted to become an Air Force pilot. I secretly took the exam noong April. And di ko nilabas sa media yan. I never told anything about it publicly. Kasi I don't want to say anything until mangyari talaga. Nakalatag na. April, I took the exam. I was waiting for the result. Kasi by September 1, I'm gone. I'm gonna be disappearing from the world. Kasi pag pumasok ka sa Air Force officers to become a pilot, kailangan 1 year ka nasa base. Wala kang cellphone, wala kang kahit ano. I was ready. Winain ko eh. I told my manager, I was ready to drop my endorsements. There were like 10 endorsements. I was earning so much money from it. Correct. And parang, is it worth it to let go of it for this career as an Air Force? Pwede kang ipadala sa Marawi.
Yeah.
Parang ready for war, dropping bombs and everything. But sabi ko, I was ready. It was my childhood dream to become a pilot. Eh, by May, pumasa ako sa exam, pero hindi ako pumasok sa quota. And that became another depression moment for me. Kasi hindi ko na alam gagawin ko sa buhay ko after that eh. Kasi unimposed career life mo, di ba?
Correct.
Para for me, okay, fuck. So I need to do triathlon full-time pa rin, di ba?
Parang gusto mo na umalis, pero hindi ko pinapaalis. Hindi ko pinapaalis.
Ganung level. Gusto ko nung umalis, hindi ako pinaalis at they made me want to stay, di ba? Parang, okay, now I have to figure out a way for me to maintain my career. So yun, I prepared for the 70.3, the Ironman 70.3.
Yeah.
So the whole time, I was focusing, how can I be successful in this? So yun, parang sabi ko na lang, inisip ko na lang, ito yung mental aspect of it, Dino, Kat, and Ken. Whether I win or lose on the 70.3 on my bouncing back race, basta gawin mo na lang. Just focus on the job, focus on the journey, enjoy it every day. And think of it na parang, nagawa mo na 2 golds. You don't have to prove anything to yourself or to anyone. Yun yung tinuwis kong mindset. Just respect the sport. Do your best, because if you don't do your best at training, it would be a disrespect to this talent that you had.
Yeah. Correct.
So yun, di ba? So approaching the 70.3 in Cebu, win or lose, sabi ko, the day before the race, sabi ko, okay lang kahit matalo ako. Thankful ako nandito ako. Thankful ako na wala na akong injury. Naka 2 golds naman ako. And masaya ako sa career ko. It was a good fight.
Yeah.
At dahil doon, sa ganung mindset, ang sarap ng tulog ko nung gabi na yun.
Pero hindi na sa hard rock. Hindi na.
Wala na.
Hindi na.
Airbnb na to. Airbnb. Sobrang sarap ng tulog ko sa Airbnb ko. The next day, nanalo ko sa 70.3. Oh, diba?
Tama.
So, ganun.
Parang minsan, kailangan the simple, parang yung simple, you just need to focus on the simple things that matters. And then parang yun yung mangyayari. Kesa yung gaya nung na natalo ka na hindi ka nakatulog na you're overthinking a lot and tapos it bothers you a lot eh. Pero yun ganyan yung mindset mo. 'Di ba? Ang sarap ng tulog mo, nanalo ka the next day. Mas nasarap
You're
yung So,
I agree, Kat. Kasi you mentioned it, diba, about the word overthinking,
yes.
counterproductive, and you get to learn this over time. Yung maturity, maturity of competition, veterans move, and understanding how to let go. Let go.
Nako.
Diba,
Ako
Dino?
ano naman.
Ano yung nilet go mo, Nico? Kasi iba yung pagkakaintindi ko sa let go. Kailangan specific eh. Baka ma-misinterpret ko.
So yun lang. Learning how to let go and experience talaga. Learning to fail for you to appreciate the journey.
Yeah. Parang nilet go mo yung attachment sa being the first place, no? Parang ganun eh. Or winning.
Oo. Parang nag-focus lang siya. Parang he appreciated yun nga eh, yung appreciation and respect sa sport.
Journey. Of the journey.
Of the journey that he's taking. Tsaka parang yung failures niya, parang hindi na siya nag-focus doon eh. Parang it's what he did after failing. Yun yung I think that's what matters eh. What you do after you fail into something. Yun yung that will bring you to the highest level talaga eh. So am I right?
Diba? For that theme that's actually our theme for 2020 and 2021. That kind of approach, you know what that is?
What?
It's gratitude.
Yeah.
Yun lang eh.
Correct.
Diba? You wake up, you thank God na I get to compete, I get to train, I get to use the internet, I have food on my table. The simple things, it changes the way you approach life.
Correct.
Yeah. Tama.
I totally
Kat
agree.
for sure. Nako. No, Kat.
Oo naman. I mean, like, for me, sabi ko nga, I mean, if, like, me being, well, I consider myself an athlete, pero parang mas para-athlete eh, kasi I only have one arm. Sinasabi ko nga na parang a lot of people don't really understand my daily routine or yung ano ko na ako sabi ko kayo simpleng pagtali ng sapatos. I mean, you overlook those simple things eh, yung simpleng pag-ayos ng mga gamit or paggupit ng kuko. For me, I mean, mga, di ba, akala ng iba parang, hindi, madali lang yan. But for me, it's something na parang it's challenging. Di ba? So parang, you really need to, parang, need to think na parang, be thankful for what you have right now. Yun yung, doon eh. Kasi, hindi mo rin alam when you're gonna lose it. So, every day you need to be thankful for what you have and be grateful for everything right now. Yun yung ko lang doon. So, yeah, go.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. Ay, tama. I agree. Parang di mo ma-realize how blessed you are until you see someone without shoes, di ba? Parang ganun eh. So, eto, I mean, speaking of 2021, you mentioned, Nikko, no, that the key is gratitude. Parang, ito may question, no? I mean, in addition to the question of medyo, copper wire, di ba? Good evening, Sir Nikko. Sasali ka ba sa next SEA Games sa Vietnam, di ba? And at the same time, parang, what do you look forward to this year? Di ba? Knowing that there's still so much uncertainty, we're still in a pandemic, parang doon ako na-curious.
Sige. Sagutin ko, same thing sinasagot ko sa iba. Depende kung may SEA Games. We don't know. Ganun ka-stressful to. We're not certain of anything right now.
Yeah.
So, every day lang, live your life productively.
Yeah. Anything new that you're planning to do this year, Nikko? Apart from what you're doing now?
I'm gonna be doing online coaching courses.
For in particularly for triathlon or
Yes. For triathlon.
Yan. So abangan yan, guys. Coming soon. Coming soon. Ito, of course, bumate, no? Hi, Idol Nikko. Ayan. Si Josie Modina Verano.
Hi, Miss Josie. Thank you.
Ayan, tumatakbo ata to. Friend ko to. Tumatakbo to ng fun run eh. So, most likely, kilala niya si Nikko. Kasi syempre, yun ang
Tumatakbo tayo lahat. Yes.
Yan. Ayan, si Rhea Data. Nikko Huelgas is like a proton because he's always positive.
Wow!
Grabe yan, medyo dumugo ilong ko sa proton.
Positive. Ako positive.
Safe, Idol.
Yeah. Thank you, Rhea. Shout out from you and your family in Capiz. She's a very nice woman who lives in Capiz.
Wow. Hello, Rhea. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Yan, grabe.
Ilongga ba yun? Capiz, eh?
Capiz, every year may triathlon race dyan, the Capiz Triathlon. It's one of my most favorite competitions.
Wow.
Local, yeah. Sobrang ang ganda ng environment.
Ang ganda din ng pag-triathlon, no? Nalilibot mo yung
buong
Pilipinas na nakapagbakasyon ka pa kasi hindi ka na nga nakatulog sa Singapore. Hindi ko alam kung na-enjoy mo pa ba yung paglibot ng Pilipinas kasi you're competing, di ba?
Yun na yun. Whenever we compete, that's already vacation.
Habang tumatakbo ka, ang ganda ng buhok.
Apple ka pa.
Kaya alam mo tawag namin dyan, racecation.
Galing.
Tawag dyan.
Was there ever a vacation that you had na hindi ka nag-train, hindi ka nag-focus, hindi ka tumakbo? Talagang as in like, you just stayed on the beach na parang chill lang. Was there ever?
2016, when I was invited ng Shangri-La Mactan to do one day, yeah. Nakatulog naman ako. Hindi tulad ng Singapore.
Pwede na.
Nabawi na.
Yun yung time na na-burnout ako from triathlon. 2 weeks ako hindi nag-ensayo. 2016,
Yeah. Ay,
So,
speaking of go Nikko.
Hindi, kasi we never really had a vacation. Kasi parang all year round, we're traveling abroad eh. Every month, we fly to train or compete into different countries. So, pag tinanong kami, have you ever been to Palawan? We say na parang depende. Kung may triathlon race doon, siguro nakapunta na kami. Pero pag wala,
Pero pag bakasyon, hindi talaga.
hindi talaga eh.
Oo.
Kasi it's a country commitment eh, na parang
Mhm.
we have to follow work protocols first.
Correct.
And then, December is our medyo off-season. So, ginagawa
Yeah.
na lang namin. We have the leeway to choose a competition na gusto namin.
Yeah.
Tapos, we'd compete there, pero secretly, we want to vacation there.
Tama.
Entourage.
Or after the competition, di ba?
3
After the
days and then the
competition,
next
pwede
3 days.
Yeah. I mean, after
Pero
the
pag-
competition, pwede na, di ba? Magbabakasyon
Yes, yun ang ginagawa namin kapag abroad, kunyari Japan. Lalo na ako.
Yeah.
Kunyari, kung compete ka, di ba, on Sunday morning. Uuwi kami ng Monday after ng compete, the day after. Magpapa-extend ako ng 1 more day. Para ma-enjoy ko yung buong Monday ko in that city.
Yun.
O tsaka parang I think you deserve naman that after going through a competition and then give yourself a day to savor the city, 'di ba? Parang you owe yourself that 'di ba?
Well, depende. Kung maganda performance mo, salamat.
Tama. Kung ano ka.
Hindi ba ano 'yun? Hindi pag kung for an athlete kung kung natalo ka, ano na lang 'yan, pambawi na lang na, sige dito ko na lang bawiin yung para medyo good vibes naman ako.
Yeah,
Di ba ganun
pwede.
yun?
Supposedly. Para naman well-balanced yung mindset ng athlete.
Yeah.
Kasi you don't wanna get to a point na wala ka ng interpersonal skills as an athlete.
Yeah.
Daming ganun. Hindi marunong makapag conversation because na-compromise ng ganun skills.
Correct. Yeah. And maybe parang before, we talk about yung the things that you look forward, I'm just curious lang. You mentioned kasi na burnout ka. You had like a burnout na nasabi mo. And I think it happened a lot of times for you. Maybe talk about the importance of taking a break and taking rest. Especially kasi, di ba, pag athlete ka, gusto mo talaga mag-improve eh. Pero would you say that rest is very important, taking a break? Especially in general, hindi lang sa sports, but in your in business and stuff like
It's
that.
the mental break. I've learned this. Maprone ako sa burnout kasi I grew up doing triathlon while balancing education. I was already a national athlete while balancing my college degree. So for me, every second counts.
Correct.
I was in college, mag-training ako 2 hours sa swimming team, di ba? In the morning, I'd do my
Correct.
schoolwork, attend class, and then I would do my track workout at 8 p.m. 8 to 9 p.m. sa Rizal. So for me, walang tapon na oras. And kaya mong paabutin ng 10:30 p.m., productive ka pa rin. Kasi you were always doing something. So, to do a full-time athlete life na wala kang ginagawa kundi mag-ensayo at mag-compete, parang may maraming free time. And it gets you crazy because you're used to the whole no free time.
Mm-hmm.
So, importante yung mental balance. So, what am I saying? If you have a job and you're doing it full-time, kailangan mo na mag-insert ng hobby to get your mind off of that current job that you're committed to.
Correct.
Diba? Kahit hindi ka magaling sa other side na yun. At yun ang naging technique ko while I was in college, why I survived being a elite athlete in college. Kapag pangit ang workout mo, isipin mo, okay lang yan. Buti lang may eskwelahan and it diverts your attention. Kapag stress ka naman sa work, sige, mag-ensayo na ako. Ayoko na isipin yung eskwelahan na yan. So parang it's a good tandem.
Correct.
Yeah.
How about now? What do you do if you wanna make a break sa triathlon?
Triathlon? Marami. Ngayon marami ako. First of all, at-least commission work. May mga jobs kami kailangan dun eh. It's a commitment eh. And I'm thankful for it all these years kasi it helped me have that mental break. May mental break ka na, nakakatulong ka pa sa mga ibang athletes. Di ba? May extra job title ka pa and responsibility. Second, yung motivational speaking engagements ko, that's also extra income. And it's fulfilling kasi you get to inspire these people, your listeners, and you also get to promote your sport. Na what triathlon is, how did it make me become a better person?
Right.
And then, endorsements. The endorsements kasi parang also want us to promote the social media. So we learn how to use social media in ways how can we capitalize it. So yun.
Tama. Dami. Busy pa rin. Kung ano sa Lasal, ganun din sa pagiging athlete, full-time athlete right now.
It's a triangular technique naman eh. Basta whatever hobby that you're doing, it should also complement what you are doing now. So it's a win-win. It's two birds with one stone.
Tama.
Hindi yung tipong ito yung trabaho mo, di ba? And then you like to do fishing.
Right.
Tapos yung fishing, walang kinalaman sa trabaho mo.
Right.
Diba? As much as possible, kung pwede tandem siya. It benefits both ways. Ganun.
Right. Kasi yung triathlon, if you look at it, yung being a national athlete, it's connected to the POC. Being a triathlete, it's connected to the endorsements. May mga sports brand endorsers ka, ine-endorse. And at the same time, yung motivational speaker talk about your journey as a triathlete. So,
it's a
heavily connected.
Productive circle of life.
Right. Ito, hindi ko alam kung kilala mo to, Nico. Before we proceed further, si 31 lang kami dito, dapat pansinin mo na ako. Nico,
31 lang kami dito.
Sa viewers, para gano'n.
Okay.
Nico, may panto exam pa ako bukas, pansinin mo na ako para makapag-aral na ako.
Mag-aral ka mabuti, ha? Mag-aral ka mabuti.
Kilala mo ba?
Huge fan ko, feeling ko, Dino.
I think she's a fan.
I think social media, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang ano yun, no?
Support,
Parang blonde, no? Ewan ko.
Hindi, blue ata yung buhok niya. Blue.
Oh.
If you're an athlete, Brie, remember, you can't do sports kapag mababa grades mo.
Tama.
Yun, tama.
Balance.
Yung motivation in high school. You have to do well in school para makapag-swimming ka.
Kasi, di ba, may mga athletes gusto maglaro lang eh. Ayun yung mag-aral eh. So,
diba? Kaya maraming talented athletes na hindi makapasa ng college, hindi makapagtungtong. Kasi they couldn't keep up with the grades na kailangan.
True.
Correct. Important. You have to prioritize both.
Mhm.
Ito sinabi niyo, nakakasira ng
Triathlon ng med school. So I guess she's she's a med student.
Tanong mo kung in-apply na siya.
Para sa'yo ba, Nico? Para sa'yo, Nico? Or para
Dino
sa'yo?
pasok.
Sige. PM na lang later. Joke lang.
Joke lang din daw. Joke lang. Mali pala. Joke lang.
Yeah. So, Nico, actually, parang naging full circle na talaga yung career mo. You've won 2 gold medals. Sa karamihan ng athletes, for them, that's the pinnacle of their career already. But for you, ewan ko yung first stint mo sa SEA Games or second stint na parang you mentioned na you realize na upon winning, there's a bigger purpose for you. Can you expound on that? Do you feel like na-fulfill mo na yun, or is it still pang may mission ka pa rin to fulfill that purpose? And in what way do you want to achieve that?
There's always that purpose that exists in any one of us. And in my part, parang it's never gonna end. Parang my talent is already a purpose to show that I need to share to other people. My success was given to me, not also by my hard work, but because it shows na there's a bigger purpose to share the sport all throughout the country. Kaya I keep telling other athletes and the viewers na we have a talent for this sport. For triathlon, for multisport in general, kasi mga Filipinos, we're hardworking.
Right.
Ano tayo? We're very resilient by nature. And we're always positive thinkers. And that demands for a multisport athlete.
Correct.
So sa ganun level, hopefully we get to promote the sport. Hopefully maging coach ako or team manager. We can tap into yung mga provinces para ma-promote yung triathlon all throughout the country. And we can level up the sport.
Yeah, correct. So basically, your purpose is sharing your talent as a triathlete and share the love for the sport itself.
Kasi bonus na lang talaga ang gold medals. Whether or not may medals ko wala, a person can be successful in their purpose just by doing this fulfillment.
Right.
Correct. Ang galing eh. I think Kat and Ken, what I'm getting out of this is never waste the talent that you have. Kasi yun yung parang hugot ko talaga na parang pag ginamit mo yung talent mo, it allows other people to be inspired and motivated. And pag di mo ginamit yung talent mo, dun papasok yung regrets eh. Like Nikko was saying earlier. So, parang take that leap of faith, I guess. yun yung ano ko eh. Parang if you know what you're really good at, parang it's about time maybe that you take a leap of faith. Kasi you'll never know eh. Like si Nikko, parang at a very young age, grabe, nakuha na niya.
Alam na niya agad kung ano yun. And I think yun nga yung bravery niya, yung tapang niya to do it na, despite everything that, ang dami niyang pinagdaanan eh. Pero, 'di ba, yung look where he is right now, and talagang yung bigger na ano niya eh, na he has a bigger purpose on what he's doing.
Yeah.
So,
Bonus na lang yung medals, guys.
Yeah,
Diba,
exactly.
wala yung medals ko, wala pa rin.
may mga ibang bagay na nawawala, pero minsan, 'di ba? 'Di ba ano Dino?
Hindi, pag may nawala sa buhay mo, may dadating na mas maganda.
Yun. Iba talaga makahugot.
Diba? sanay na tayo iniiwan, di ba? Iniwan tayo ng medal, di ba? So,
parang with the talents, di ba? Never give up.
Yeah.
Parang, took me like 5 years bago makapili ng sport na magiging national athlete ako.
Right.
So parang the sport might change, the career path might change, but don't ever lose the drive.
Yes.
Don't ever lose that yung hustle, yung grit, yung waking up early in the morning, yung choosing the right people that's gonna make you better. Don't ever change that approach. There's no secret formula to that.
Correct.
Yeah. Tama.
Yeah.
So,
Sige, Kat, you have ano ba?
No. Sobrang tama yung I'm so amazed like with his yung mindset talaga niya, yung character that he has, parang sobrang deserving niya yung lahat na kasi hindi lahat ng tao may ganyan talagang approach eh. So 'di ba? So it helps a lot. It helps na there's a Nikko Huelgas who who gets to inspire, and yung lalo na yung mga aspiring athletes right now. So yeah, there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Nikko, alam mo, lakas ng ulan ngayon, ewan ko sa inyo, sobrang pinaulanan mo yung viewers natin ng everything you've mentioned, like lahat ng learnings na napamahagi mo sa kanila, lahat ng experiences mo. As a parting shot to our viewers, especially since you're promoting triathlon as a sport here in the Philippines, gustong, i-pursue naman ito, and also dream of representing our country one day. Like, what's your message to them, and anong gusto mong sabihin sa kanila?
Shout out to everyone who's listening. Don't ever forget to do what you love to do. But don't ever also forget to do it the best way you can. Kasi you'll never know if tomorrow will give you another shot, diba? And if you ever see a sign of opportunity, take it.
Yeah.
Take it with the risk na alam mong parang you might fail, but at least you tried. Yung ganun mentality lang.
Yeah.
Correct. Wow.
Yeah. Sobrang nakaka-relate ako sa sobrang galing ng niya. Mentality. Talagang yan tama. May nag-comment kanina, Mamba mentality talaga yan.
Forever.
Yeah.
I think more than just having the skills, it's really the drive that Nikko has. I think that separates him from the other athletes eh. Yung drive talaga from at a very young age. And maybe Nico, I think you wanna take this opportunity as well to invite people to follow your journey, 'di ba? You have you're pretty much involved in a couple of social media platforms. Maybe you wanna take this opportunity to invite. Ano bang makikita nila sa journey mo, 'di ba? Ano bang matututunan nila? Ano bang mapupulot nila from that?
Yes. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Nikko Huelgas. Yun on Facebook, Nikko Huelgas, for my daily adventures. Mga kalokohan. My daily life as a national athlete. How I love coffee. How I volunteer with my foundation. How I'm trying to set up my company for the disinfection with SafePoint. And basically, living life to the fullest.
Yun.
Staying healthy. Always stay healthy. Kasi that's the baseline foundation of who you are, of how long can you live this life. So
Correct.
mentally and emotionally and physically. Everything.
Ayan, so you can follow Nikko Huelgas on Instagram at Nikko Huelgas and also on Facebook at Nikko Brian Huelgas. For 'di ba? If you guys want to learn the sport of triathlon, why not learn from the best, 'di ba? Tapos yun, abangan niyo na lang yung kailan ba mangyari announcement, Nico, para at least ma-plug na rin natin yung coaching thing that you're planning. Yeah.
I'm waiting for it pa eh. So you have to follow me on Instagram to find out.
Yo, so galing. Follow kayo guys for those who aspire to be a triathlete or to be a national athlete someday. You can follow Nico on his Instagram and Facebook page. And of course, before we, magpaalam tayo kay Nico, meron lang, basa lang tayo comments. Of course, from Marie Balabat, galing, thanks for inspiring Sir Nico.
Thank you, Marie.
From Copper Wire, di ko alam bakit yun yung name niya. Salamat, Sir Nico. Yun.
Suot ng mask ka. Importante yan.
And of course, Nico, baka meron kang hopefully later on you can read through the comments kasi ang dami nag-comment kanina, hindi na namin nadaanan. May mga questions din that we weren't able to brush through na.
I'll try to check it na lang. Ano ba kayo ni Gobi, guys?
Ayan, si One-Armed Mamba.
One-Armed Mamba.
Sige, may 1 minute kwento ako sa inyo after ng show.
Yun!
Nice.
Sige. Yeah, maganda.
Gusto ko yan.
Ayan. So, Ken. Yep. So, Ken, Kat, maybe you wanna take this opportunity to thank. Ken, you wanna go first?
Yeah,
to thank
of course.
Nico?
So, Nico, maraming salamat for gracing our episode. Of course, sobrang busy mo as a POC chairman. Of course, you also have other things in life you're focused on. Sobrang kumbaga sa akin, your character speaks well sa naging journey mo all throughout your career. It really helped you grow as an athlete, as a person. I'm sure the viewers have been blessed enough na natuto sila sa'yo. And yun, good luck sa rest of your career. Yun, sana matuloy SEA Games. Redemption yun kasi at least, di ba? You could have a chance to be a 3-time SEA Games gold medalist for our country. So, looking forward to that. And yun, maraming salamat lang talaga.
Thank you guys
Kat?
It was a fun podcast.
Thank you. This is my first episode sa as a host, and sobrang swerte ko na yung first guest na si Nico. So but thank you for sabi nga ni Ken, for gracing us. Ako definitely I learned a lot talaga especially yung mindset and which I can also relate. Pero ang doon is talaga yung madaming mga viewers na may natutunan sa'yo. And yun, thank you for inspiring our athletes today, and good luck sa future endeavors mo. Sobrang busy mo looking forward to more accomplishments, and sana pag meron kang medals hindi mo na mawala.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Nico, I just want to thank you for giving us an opportunity to have someone like you here in the show. It's an honor and a privilege to have the chairman of the POC Athletes Commission, a gold medalist in the SEA Games, and biggest takeaway ko lang dito is always come from purpose, always come from the why, and you're gonna go far. I think yun eh. Parang mangarap ka ng malaki and hold on to it with a deeper sense of purpose and why. So, thank you so much, Nico. I'm sure sobrang blessed nga lahat ng mga makakanood na itong episode. Hindi lang live and hindi sa replay din. So, yun. Nico, ikaw, meron ka bang babatiin din and at the same time, maybe parting words?
Yes. Thank you guys who tuned in. Thank you so much for your time. And I really hope you learned something. The simple lessons that I shared siguro about my life experiences, sana madala nyo all throughout your life. Kasi because of sports, it made me reach my dreams. So I hope you find something that's going to help you achieve your dreams and hold on to it. Take care of it. Never let it go. But always remember to keep the fundamentals. Yung staying healthy, being humble, being grateful, and keep the drive. Those things, kahit hindi mo pa mahanap yung talent mo, kahit hindi mo pa mahanap yung purpose mo, it's gonna come to you. But strengthen those fundamentals in life. So,
Correct.
thank you again, guys. Yun lang.
Yun. So yan, Nico, may babatiin ka pa ba, Nico, before before ilabas ka namin sa room?
Yes, thank you to all my sponsors who were there for me since the beginning. Go for Gold, Chooks to Go, Summit Water, Gatorade, Garmin, tapos Trek Bikes. Thank you so much.
Yun. So,
Thank you, Yusana family.
ayun, may event ka rin. Kaka-post mo lang. So,
Oh my gosh, may taping ako kasi Friday. So, pinakapasado ko pa yung script ko.
so yun. So yun, Nico. See you later after the episode. May kukwento ka palang We're just gonna wrap things up.
Mamba story. Sige.
So yan. Thank you, Nico.
May nagpaabot lang, our previous guest. Yun, before
Ayun.
Nico goes.
Ayun,
Si
kapwa lang
Japanese
sa
actor.
ano.
Ano mo?
Yan, naabutan din natin yan, of course. Batang
Brother, idol. Good to see you, ha. Kapwa Lasaliano yan.
Yan. Sana kayo mga tenista? De joke lang.
Diba? Tumitingin ako sa mga Milo Pack siya yun, di ba? Yung sumisipa.
Yeah. Nalala ko nga siya yung parang sa Milo. Uy, si Japo yun. Galing.
Idol yan,
Yun.
idol.
Thank you, Nico. See you in the background later
Yeah,
on.
Nico, thank you.
Thank you, Nico.
Uy, naging malaki.
Oh,
Uy,
ako.
Ben, ikaw na yung guest.
Nilayan mo ko. Ako na ba yung special guest? Ayun, grabe. Nakita nyo naman, guys. You just witnessed one of the most accomplished and high character athletes of our generation sa ating bansa, Mr. Nikko Huelgas. Thank you so much. So guys, ito quick lang, no? Parang dami niyang sa dami ng ano bang pinaka tumatak sa inyo, your biggest takeaway?
Ako, yun, yung drive and the passion that he puts through sa sport niya. And yun, being grateful and yes, sobrang and staying humble, you can sense that in him. So, yun, sobrang I'm really amazed dun sa journey niya, sa story niya. So, yeah, Dino.
I think similar lang. It's the drive. At the end of the day. Grabe yung drive niya.
Ayun na nga. So, given nga na natunghayan nyo si Nikko Huelgas for this episodes, pakikiusapan ko lang kayo. Please like and share this episode on your Facebook pages. And of course, di ba? Kumbaga, ang dami nating sa social media.
Yeah. Oh, madaming viewers ang may natutunan. Really gained a lot from tonight's episode. So if you want or need to be motivated by this, in pursuing your dreams, if mga aspiring athletes or whoever, please do like and share this episode link on your page, and also help us gain more reaching more people who just needs encouragement or simply needs to be inspired. So, and help us spread the good vibes, especially this year for the love of the game. So we have a lot in store for you guys. So please continue in supporting us and tune in for our future episodes. So again, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. It is at For the Love of the Game PH, and also on Twitter at FTLOTGPH. So
Yun.
guys,
Yun. So, guys, abangan nyo yung February namin. Kasi alam nyo namang love natin yung basketball. Abangan nyo yung February. And of course,
yun.
Kat, maybe, before we thank a lot of people for making this happen, maybe share your experience. Kamusta naman doing this first episode while I'm flashing, no, yung mga bumabati sa'yo. Go Kat. Ayan, si Arsenic, of course.
I really enjoyed it. At first, syempre, sabi ko nga, nakaka-pressure. Pero I really enjoyed it. Alam mo, hindi ko in-expect yung mga nagko-comments. The love na I received tonight. Thank you so much to my friends, na especially yung mga tumutok, and also yung mga supporters, yung mga followers. Thank you so much. Again, yun. Parang kumbaga, siya, na it's a learning experience also for me. So, really looking forward to our future episodes. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, 2021 will be great for the love of the game. So, I'm really just grateful. Yun nga, grateful ako to be a part of this team, and proud na to be with you guys na every Wednesday night, and to our viewers. So again, yung mga friends ko, thank you. Yung mga nag-comment, especially
Yan,
yung mga
dami.
nag-comment. Thank you so much. I feel the love, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Parang nakita ko yung kay Ito, Gab Pangalangan.
Ayan, si Gab,
Yeah.
kaklase ko nung high school yan. I don't know if
Si Dojo Drifter pala to. Dojo Drifter. Hi, Gab.
Ay, Gab.
Nagpadala yan sa, si Red. Si Gab, I also first met him sa Instagram.
From Comedy Manila. Si Red from Comedy Manila.
Gab. Si Gab. I have to thank Gab also, because he first reached out to me. Start pa lang pandemic, tapos nagpadala siya sa akin ng Dojo Drifter na top.
Merch.
Na merch. So sobrang thank you. Tsaka siya yung nagpa-involve sa akin sa TikTok, which I have like 71K followers.
Grabe.
Guys.
Artista pala tong kasama natin. Of course, si Red from Comedy Manila is also here. Red, hello, idol. Nanonood ako ng show mo last February. Sana magkaroon ulit ng live. Mag-a-attend ako kasama sila Victor Anastasio.
Nag-online yan. Kakaano ko lang last weekend. Yun, si Red. Tropa yan. Ever childhood friends. Yan, pati si Jolo. Nako. Alam mo yung mga comments nila, malalaman mo na na friends ko yun. Yeah, si Jolo. Yeah.
Ayan, of course.
Sa lahat, thank you to yung
Of course.
For the warm welcome. Thank you so much.
Of course, Paul Barba has been tuning in with us since the teens episode pa namin. So, hello, Paul. Hi, Miss Kat.
Yeah, he's also following me on Instagram, and yung mga comments niya, and talaga. Thank you, Paul. Yeah.
Ayan, sana mabasa nga ni Nico, sobrang dami nung nagko-comments. Nagko-comment pala, yun. And of course, yun. Thank you, Rafael Sawali. Thank you, FLOTG and Sir Nico Gold Talk. Yun, maraming salamat. Yan, of course, si Japoy. Sana mabati ni Nico daw. Batiin mo ako ulit. Char. Mukhang to Mukhang admirer to.
Admirer yan.
Alam mo na.
But thank you for tuning in, Bree.
Ayan, of course, kay Gab, see you next week, guys. Tapos of course, from our teammates, solid first episode for 2021. Thank you, Sir Nico, and good job, guys. Dino, Ken. So it's also Kat, grabe, galing, you're a natural at disrespect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sobrang thank you kasi, thank you. Thank you, Jod.
Yeah.
Yan, yung ginawa niyang rin eh. And also si Ben.
Si Kate din. Si Kate, your friend, di ba? Grabe yung pag-support din.
No.
Sinabi ko lang, grabe yung support. Grabe yung salubong sa atin sa first episode, di ba? Tagal natin na wala. Almost 1 month, di ba?
And I just want to personally also thank also you si Ben who who made yung intro video ko na sobrang sabi ko nga na-hype up ako na I was up until like 3:30 in the morning last night kasi sobrang hyped up ako sa video na excited ako. And also to Jod na who made the graphics. Thank you. And to the whole dream team yun. Yeah. So there. To my
Yeah.
friends talaga, yung ano yan eh, yung tropa ko, we call ourselves the Bordaloo eh. So thank you guys. Oh, ano yan, mga kababata ko yan ever since. So talagang thank you sa support na ano, and to all, ito I'll just take my chance to also thank my family na yeah, yun. So my family and my friends, thank you for being there with me since day one. So yeah. And to my followers, thank you.
Yun. Ayan, Kat. So, of course, ako naman personally, I would like to thank you for saying yes sa alok namin na maging co-host ka namin dito sa For the Love of the Game. So, it's really been fun. Itong first episode natin, damihan pa natin. And ayan, of course, Dino, thank you so much. Ikaw naman nagsimula nito from day 1. Episode 26 na tayo. So, grabe. Yung na-achieve natin so far. Really grateful for that. And of course, for the rest of the dream team, si John Cristobal, Ice Kua, Neil Fernando, Roan Beltran, nag-tune in din, Ben Cuevas, Ian Balete, CJ Apale, si Kathleen, si Tinko, siya yung nasa background for our production, Burge Montalvo, Kiefer Indionco, Ayesha Pakay, Kaiser Taylaran, Arnie Fuentes, and Christian Dave Marquez. So sila yung, kami lang tatlo yung nandito sa screen, pero sila, grabe, behind the scenes work, sobrang swabe. Without them, nako, we wouldn't have this show for this 26 episodes. So, ayan. So, Dino, ito, opportunity na for you to thank, of course, mga gusto mong pasalamatan for making this possible.
Of course, I want to thank our guest tonight, si Nikko Huelgas, for making this happen. Super inspiring individual na naka-inspire sa atin lahat tonight. And of course, I want to thank yung mga viewers din natin, yung mga pumasok, lumabas, okay lang, yung nag-like, yung mga nag-share, super appreciate you guys, especially to those that engage with us tonight. Kung di man nabasa yun, hopefully mabasa namin next episode, no? But we try our best to engage every single one of you, and we're truly grateful for that. I want to thank my family, si Yani, si Kem, yung SGV Basketball Block 5, Zinaj, since episode 1, Arsenic, episode 2, Gab, episode 4, John Cheng, episode 4, si Carl Santos, episode 5, si Priscilla, episode 13, si Paul Barba, sino pa ba? Dami, pero I'm just so grateful for you guys for always believing in what we do. Si Kevin, Lim King Lam, maraming si Vanch Clarin, yan, so we'll just watch the replay later. Ayan, yung mga bagong viewers din natin, super appreciate all of you guys. Because you guys make this happen, no? We feel like this is family, this is community, and without you guys, hindi to magiging family, hindi to magiging community. So super appreciate you guys. I hope to see you guys all throughout 2021. We have so many things in plan. I hope you guys can still tune in. We're gonna do our best to serve you guys, to bring in the best content this 2021. Thank you so much.
Ayan. So ikaw, Kat, may mga pahabol ka pa ba na gusto mong pasalamatan? Shout out.
Yung mga yun nga, hindi. Nasabi ko naman na, well, may pahabol si Kate, yan, the One-Armed Mamba. Yeah, man.
Ayan. Sipag din niya mag-comment, no?
Hindi. Sobrang close. Kasama ko yan itong mga this past few days na yan. So, no, thank you to all my friends, especially yung mga nag-tune in dito in my first episode. So hopefully yung mga next mga future episodes you'll still stick with us, and yeah, we have a lot for you in store for you guys.
Ayan, so of course si Eunice Deo Campo rin, you mentioned, Dino, nag-tune in episode 13 and now still tuning in after 13 episodes. So maraming salamat. Hopefully for sure you've picked up a lot from our special guest for tonight. So maraming salamat. So ako naman, I just want to shout out first, of course, my beautiful fiancé. Asawa ko na pala.
Patay!
My beautiful wife, Nach Miravalles. Alam mo, tumutulo na yung bahay namin ngayon dahil sa matinding ulan, but still supporting me all throughout this episode. And since day one pa lang, grabe, yung ring light ko, ito yung setup ko ngayon sa bahay namin mismo. Siya yung gumawa. Siya yung nag-isip ng desk, siya yung nag-isip nung kung paano yung setup, the aesthetics of it. So maraming salamat. Of course, always be grateful for you. So, ayan. Tapos, of course, plug in ko lang yung Better Days with Nudge. Tune in din kayo every Wednesday yan. 5:45. Nakailang episodes na rin yan. So please like and subscribe. Of course, from Newbies Broadcasting Academy, especially Sir Noel Zacate, Sir Jay De La Cruz. You've mentioned Dino, our avid viewers. Si Yani Moya, Coach Ras Huson, Coach Gina Katigbak, Sir Robertson Tan. Of course, my family. Yung Black 5, especially si Monica, si Sam, si Miko Lagamia. Si Nicole Yebra from, nalimutan ko na Parakale, Daet. Ayan, single din, ready to mingle. So, ayan. Tapos, of course, yung mga previous guests natin na nag-tune in, ang dami nila. Si Boss Cholo, Legisma, si Japoy Lizardo, Jessie Lacuna, Chelsea Bernasconi, Coach Gika Bernabe. So, maraming salamat guys for tuning in. And, ayun, of course, the whole team composing For the Love of the Game. Maraming salamat. Really excited for more episodes. And speaking of more episodes, episode 27 na po. Next Wednesday, January 27, 8 p.m. po yan. And for our special guest, very interesting take po ito. He's a former football athlete for the Blue and White. Pero ngayon, mas kilala siya for pioneering sports law here in the Philippines. Interesting take yan. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, you must tune in to that episode. Marami kayong matututunan. So, ayan. So, guys, that does it for our episode for tonight. Sana nag-enjoy kayo. Sana marami kayong natutunan. And hopefully, makita namin kayo. And, ayun, ingat kayo kasi malakas ang ulan, pandemic pa rin. But, ayun, guys, see you next time on the next episode of For the Love of the Game. Good night, guys.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Yeah,